Ew.
Ew.
Ew. Currently working out a better system for notes because the Freaky's Notes handout thing just kind of doesn't work because I have to pop it back in after popping it out. Also, those MIDI trumpets are a little too loud. Elder Scrolls Daggerfall main theme. Okay. There we go. Don't need that anymore. Alright. Yeah, sure, that'll do. Monk's Awakening? No. They've been recommending that video to me for weeks, and I've refused to click on it.
Oh,
I don't know. When YouTube pushes something at me too hard, I instinctively refuse to watch it. I just don't like it.
Contrarian. Okay.
When it comes to corporate entities, yes.
See.
Somebody in this house is smoking dank weed, I can smell it.
Smoke that herbage.
Herbage, bruh. I really wish that the YouTube thing here... Well, can I... No. No, it won't let me. If the YouTube volume thing would let me just, like, go number by number instead of clicking and hoping it works out. Or I could just download the fucking music file. That would also work. Wait, I have Daggerfall. I think I have this fucking this music file. And just go into the fucking games thing and pull that file. What am I doing? Why am I stupid? Let's see, I mean, actually, yeah, I have all of these games. But I don't think I can pull the music files out of Twilight Princess. I don't think that'll work. I know Outward came with its soundtrack, though, so I have that one.
See.
Okay.
Troll, seeing your picture always makes me smile a little bit, guys.
Just
Look at the
kitten.
little baby.
Kitten.
Look at
Yeah.
the little baby.
Wait, what, little baby?
The kitten.
In your profile picture
Oh.
in Roll20. Look at the little baby.
Oh yeah, cat and rack.
Cat in the rack.
Yep.
I was talking with the shuttle driver on the way home from work, and he was telling me about. He's like, I had a friend of mine who recently had kittens, and he's like, "You want to see him?" I told him, "No, I don't want to see him." "Oh, you should see him. You should come visit him." He's like, "No, I'm not going to because I know I'm going to take one."
That is how that works.
I don't even want to see him because I know I'm gonna want one.
I know how that works.
Yep. That's how they do it. They're tempters. They're like little tiny little furry sirens.
Oh yeah, William, I have a copy of Volo's All Things Magical. Guess what the source book that the freaking enchanting system that I'm obsessing over came from is? It's that one.
Oh, do you mean?
The
Oh, you
source
mean
book
like
is...
in game or?
Yeah, I have the in-game book, but the system that I'm currently trying to adapt to 5e to present is from the source book for AD&D, Volo's Guide to All Things Magical.
Ah, neat.
Yeah. That is neat.
Let's see.
There's gotta be a way I can turn this up by like just a single fucking volume tick.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
Insane, actually.
Yeah, so that's fun. Let's see, in my collection, I have Volo's Guide to All Things Magical, which for some reason lists the details of how to make magic items, supposedly. Volo's Guide to Kalimport, Volo's Guide to Cormyr, I've been there, it's not very great. Volo's Guide to the Daylands, sounds awful. Volo's Guide to the Frozen Far sounds worse. Volo's Guide to Magic Appendix 3. I'm still looking for 1 and 2. Volo's Guide to Monsters, not very accurate at times. Volo's Guide to the Moon Sea, which, you know, unless you go under it, is not that interesting. Volo's Guide to the North, kind of redundant given the Dalelands and the Frozen Far. And Volo's Guide to the Swords Coast, and Volo's Guide to Waterdeep. Those books are the thickest. East License Musings just needs to be a mini-series. So
But that tracks, honestly.
I'm at the current Blackstaff. I don't like her hair. I just don't. Looks like it's made of rope. Kind of weird. Like, I know it's dreads, but like she has them like so tight and uniform it doesn't look like it's actually her hair. It looks like she's glued, like, black rope onto her head. Too uniform, it looks unnatural. Where is she? Saphir. Ah. Yeah, they're too uniform. Look at them. Every single one of them is the exact same size and shape. That's not how that works when you do things with your hands. Also, I hit her boots. They're weird.
All I heard was the exact same size and shape as I come back. And I'm like, what is License talking about twins now? Or?
No, she's making fun of Vajra Saphir. Saying her hair is too uniform, so it looks unnatural, like she's glued rope to her head. And her boots are stupid. This license being mean.
I was about to say, I see that Ice License has chosen death.
Has chosen death. Perhaps. But what does death mean for one like Ice License?
It might be, but it wasn't my death, because you see, I used,
Objects
shit,
of
what is that one?
profound evil. Also
I was
known
gonna
as
say
jars.
that one spell that lets you say something different for 6 seconds, but I don't remember what the fuck it is.
You mean the one that doesn't fucking work because they wrote it wrong?
I don't know.
Yeah, fuck, what's it called?
Gab?
Gift of Gab, yeah. Because it has verbal components, but you must also speak during the spell. But how do you do all of the components and speak during the spell without anyone catching you?
Is the what you say not the gift, the verbal components?
It doesn't say that, and, like, lore-wise speaking, that's not what verbal components are.
I mean, that's what it is for like suggestion
Command.
and stuff like that.
Does
Yeah,
not
command
list
and
that anywhere in the
suggestion.
suggestion. It just says as part of the spell, you speak the words. It doesn't say that that is the verbal component.
Let's see.
I think we've been through this before.
Maybe. Either way,
Yeah.
let's see.
It doesn't even say it's spoken as part of the spell. It literally just says that you suggest a course of activity and goes on from there.
What other components are there?
Verbal and material. So you have to speak some
Oh.
magic words and then suggest a course of activity, and they're not supposed to notice that question mark?
It's more along the lines of, yeah, no, it works. No, it works.
Let's see.
The whole thing with with components is that you speak them clearly. They aren't necessarily magic words. They're just words that invoke the, like they're not like they are when they are, but they aren't. They don't necessarily have to always be mumbo jumbo hocus pocus.
The
That much
problem
sense?
is you must speak them in succession. Like, you can't say part of it, like that you implant into a word, and then, say the rest of the sentence and then plant another part of it. And I guess you could be like cleverly come up with phrases or statements that just so happen to include the words all in a row, but people are going to become incredibly fucking aware of that as just like
Yeah.
cultural
No,
osmosis real fucking fast. So I'm wondering, like,
oh, cool.
either I think the spells just wasn't written with that thought in mind. I guess you're supposed to get caught. It's like charm person. They just didn't say they know they've been charmed, but they know that you did something because you say, Saraskra, I would like you to give your horse to the next poor person you see. I suggest this. Or something like that. Like, what was that weird thing you said first? Excuse you?
Well, that's part of the wisdom save, isn't it? Like
No.
the spell literally overwhelms your senses
But the
and
problem is
clearly
you
comes to
spoke
target senses.
you like spoke a word. It doesn't say it deletes any of their memory or anything, so they heard you and remember you speaking the weird sarasara and then suggesting something, and then they felt compelled to do that thing.
Well,
The wisdom save is against the
well
compulsion.
that's not how that works. The 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 verbal components are your suggestion.
Are they? It doesn't say that anywhere. And also, then does that mean
It
anytime
it
you
doesn't,
have a second level
it
spell
doesn't have to
slot,
say it. I don't think it actually has to say it explicitly.
that's
I
not how
mean,
magic works in
Because
D&D though.
because otherwise, the spell literally does not work and
It,
has no utility at all
the problem is
for
there's plenty of things like that.
combat or role play.
That's the problem I'm pointing out. Okay, the only other component is material. So if you're saying if you are like eating honey and you are touching the honey, when you say any kind of suggestion and you have a second level spell slot to your name, you just automatically cast suggestion by accident?
No, because magic doesn't work that way.
They specifically state how magic works. It states it's the collection of actions that makes up the spell.
But no, there's a certain intention. There, like magic can get out of your control, but you have to. How do I mean, like you have to like tap into that wellspring of I'm going to cast a spell. Now, either you know what that wellspring is, at which point you have control over your magic, or you don't know what that wellspring is, at which point you then have like magic out of control, and then there's the whole thing with like wild magic and
That's sorcerers, not wizards, though.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, same thing. Well, with wizards, it's doubly so. Like they don't accidentally cast spells.
Then suggestion doesn't work for them because they can't not cast the spell by doing the action of holding something that is a material component and speaking anything that's a suggestion, unless the
Well, by that interpretation, the whole thing with like holding on to magic and the hold action thing cannot work. You use it or you lose it. You either cast it or it doesn't get cast. Now there's a certain amount of intelligence within the spell itself.
I would believe that if you could hold a spell for more than one round, because you could just be speaking the components more slowly to draw it out, and then speeding through it at the last second when the actual trigger goes off.
I know, comical.
But
I
also
think
that interpretation also nullifies the entire concept of spell slots of any sort or any interpretation.
Explain.
Elaborate.
Elaborate.
It's a sort of like a fundamental thing in any edition of Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, but what's the connection of... The thing is, spell slots have always been, a mechanical bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
so
trying
why
to...
is there no why does this mechanical bridge suddenly not exist?
It also like that.
Well, I'm saying...
that also like is like you like if spells just go off, then literally anything with only somatic components, anything with literally only verbal components, or with only material components, spell would always just go off if ever you touched or like. So you scratched your face weird and like accidentally cast counterspell.
And that's where I was getting into, is as magic is described in D&D lore, that is a legitimate risk, yet it's never spoken of in any canon material. Yet there's
because it's not a legitimate risk. Because it's not a legitimate risk. Because it ultimately completely negates the concept that you can control your magic. Because nothing in the canon describes magic as actually being like that.
The problem is nothing describes otherwise either.
Because it doesn't have to.
But it does. That's incredibly important.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Comical, what was that?
How does anyone ever make a ruling if something that critically important is left out?
No.
And it not
the
most flip-floppy question.
They don't, because that situation.
Hang on.
They don't. For the sake of creating a setting in which magic is dangerous, in which magic can actually work like that.
You good, comical? I could.
Yeah. Where?
Comical,
Is
you...
No,
I
hear comical, it. Like, dubstepping for everyone else?
Comical.
Bass boosted, holy shit.
Do you currently have an
my.
Xbox Live headset lodged
you
inside of your
do you
teeth?
have your comical in your? Do you have your microphone in your mouth? Like what the fuck?
Hello?
There he is.
Oh,
He lives. He pulled it out. He no longer has it stuck in his teeth.
Okay, so, problem here.
yes.
I'm trying out changing where I'm voice channeling in. I'm using my phone right now.
Ah.
This is purely through speaker. What what you were hearing last time was from the headset I normally use.
Oop. Is your headset going
And when
bad?
I'm yeah, uh, my headset doesn't technically have like mics, so I usually choose. So on my laptop, I just use my laptop's mic. So I'm trying out this using phone because you know how my Discord is on my laptop. I'm just trying to see if this one works. Problem is the output method is tied to its input. So I can't. So this is currently on the phone, and it's quite quiet. I'm gonna try and changing to the speaker.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Does this sound better?
It,
You have less crunch at the end of your words. Yeah.
it was weird hearing comical
Okay,
so
but
clearly yet so not at the same time.
yeah. So the problem with Discord on mobile is that the input method is just tied to whatever the output method is. So I can't. So I have to use my phone on like speaker or its phone, so I can just talk with it. Otherwise, I have to go back to laptop. My laptop just use my headset and the mic. At the mic, just my laptop mic, which is the one I've been using all this time.
That's interesting. Well, I don't know why it would tie like us specifically on. Is it because of an like ease of use sort of thing?
I don't know. I tried to look for a way to change the input device. I can only change the output, which apparently which is apparently just tied to whatever input device it is. I can change it to from voice activity to push to talk, and
That's
that's fine.
that's
The only way
that's
I can change
interesting.
the only way I
I
can
wonder
change
what
my input device
happens.
is if I go
I wonder
to
what
my
happens
laptop.
if you have like just headphones. Like, what if you don't even have a mic on your?
Do a
I
you-
I
ghost.
guess it just won't pick up anything because I guess my my mic my killer headset has like a small mic, which is why you can barely hear me. Which is why you can hear me, but through like a shitty filter. So
Right
I
now,
guess
you
I'm just gonna
sound
have to
pretty
change.
clear.
Yeah, but I have to use my phone mic, which not only do you all like you'll sound fine, but I do want to hear through my headset, which is not more normal. So I'm just gonna change back to laptop.
You could do what Ghost
Okay.
My phone's
does.
mic is great. Great.
You could do what Ghost does and make a separate Discord uh, profile called Comical Fire but on phone, and use that one for your microphone, but mute it or but deafen it, and actually listen through this one. Like it's
That's fine. I'll have to move through the pain of my internet being shitty. It's
you
alright.
you could also spend like $40 on a headset. That's also an alternative.
And so this is I'm just gonna change back now. This this is an experiment anyway.
Spend $1,800 on a pair of at Beats by Dre.
No. Anyone who buys a pair of Beats by Dre instantly loses my respect. Not that anyone really values that, but you know, you still do.
Oh. Oh man, I miss Radio Shack brands. freaking headphones. The best extra oral set of headphones I ever had was just this $20 over the ear, like it was so fucking comfortable and had integrated volume control on the wire. Oh, it was so
Oh,
good.
I remember that.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at it. I'm looking at it right now. Wand Tech,
I miss them so much.
Cyber
But the
Acoustic.
enshittification of capitalism.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do other than
Consider acts of
eat the
extreme
rich?
corporate greed that damage economies a form of treason, and punish people accordingly.
Yeah, eventually, what can you do other than get good with long rifles for the eventuality?
Stop
Yes.
treating corporations like individuals.
Yeah. That'll work too.
That'll work too.
I still like my idea of, yes, that's a nice predatory business tactic you have there. What's your entire upper management? Okay, all those people have been convicted of treason. You have 1 week to comply.
Ah, good lord.
We're investing you
I-
for sedition right now.
I just want
Mildly dystopian, but I do get your point.
I just want somebody at the top of a corporation to face, some legal representation or some legal consequences for things like the Bhopal chemical disaster. That'd be great.
But didn't you hear? The Sacklers are facing losing billions of dollars because of them supercharging the opioid crisis. Except they aren't, because those billions are being lost over years,
Yes.
and the corporation is still going to be in their control. And
Yeah.
by the time those payments are done, they're
we're
going
so
to have made
fucked.
twice as much money as they paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fucked.
This is why I like my
That was
method of,
everybody.
yes, time to get executed in Guantanamo Bay. Have fun voting in and handing down the company to the next lineup of fuckos that had better do a better job or they'll meet the same fucking fate. Just do that for 50 years and we'll clean everything out. We can change the laws afterwards. We do a little spring cleaning first. Just 50 years of firing lines.
But anyways, who remembers what happened last session?
Look at her face. Stop eating cookies on my bed.
Oh, hello.
Hello. How are you, Hex?
I am good. How are you?
All right.
How has everyone's week been?
Terrible.
Terrible?
Pleasant.
Terrible? Why so?
Terrible.
Um,
J'accuse terrible.
I work a
Oh, wait.
I work a full-time job, and my rent represents over 70% of my total income. And due to the fact
Including
that
services?
yes, no, just my rent. I still have to pay the other services and groceries and shit after that. Yeah, we're currently at a deficit, so if we don't get higher paying jobs within the next, month, we are fucked. Because they decide to raise the rent.
Okay, that explains the Guantanamo talk. Okay, I get you.
Yes.
And I sympathize. God damn it.
The thing is, it would actually fucking work. They'd find a new way around it, but once we get into that level of thinking, the new way around it will come with an even worse punishment. Because people have gotten the fucking blood in the water at that point. They would have learned these gods bleed, and now they want to see them do more.
That would be nice.
Anywho.
Anywho.
But yes. Who remembers what happened last session?
Let's see, last session.
Auction!
Auction!
We went to the auction house. Yes.
Oh,
And,
that's right.
scroll,
We
scroll,
got
scroll, scroll,
information
scroll,
at the
scroll,
auction house. Yes, yes.
scroll. We found out that oh fuck. In addition to where was it? Haha, here we go. Bellcat, in addition to being a wood elf weeb, is a psychopathic wood elf weeb.
How do we know he's a psychopathic
like a-
one?
It's like
Oh.
like a stalker and like, dude, you hurt my girlfriend.
Tried to stab a bunch of people.
Yeah, it took me a second there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was
Oh
white
yeah,
knighting.
the guy brought the really concerning jug.
The Oh, that's
The
right.
basalt
Yeah, the
jug with the obsidian lid that was sealed with lead.
Yeah.
thing that
And he sliced
literally,
and wanted
like when you
documentation.
take your eyes off of it, it perches on your shoulder and starts whispering, "Evil, evil, 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 evil."
Or it attempts to,
right
but it's a
to your
really
ear.
fucking heavy stone jug, so it perches on your shoulder and you just tip over like, ah, fuck!
Hello.
Oh god, it's like if the statue was the stick bug. Anybody get that joke?
Get stick bugged, idiot.
No. I thought you would have got it, William. It's like if the statue was the stick bug.
Is this like an SCP reference?
Ah, Troll gets
What are
it.
you all talking about?
Ah, god
Oh,
damn
I'm
you.
not. Oh, I haven't
Fuck
heard
you.
of that one.
No.
My brain went to Jiminy Cricket, and I was like, I know that's not right, but I
The-
can't think of what else it would be.
The stick bug is like a stick bug that with near psychic precision or actual psychic precision always keeps itself out of any living creature's field of vision, only ever existing in it for a mere instant. You only ever see it out of the corner of your eye for like half a second at most. And the statue is, of course, the statue. If you don't look at it, it runs up to you and snaps your neck.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, when you said the statue, I thought you meant like the honorable knight up here.
Yeah, but no, it's
What are you?
basically...
Alright,
Oh God, could
What
you?
are you talking about?
Oh, God.
You're a bit distant, comical.
Am I now?
He was
Yes, it's a
destined
bit
to be.
muffled.
I am sick. I have a
sorry.
stuffy nose. I'm coughing and I have a
Oh,
fever.
God.
God, you are
Oh,
like
God, it's not getting better.
you're like 2007 like online microphone. Like God.
Guys, I'm going in from the east.
It's like,
Brad.
the hard
You know-
pain for some reason.
I was born in the darkness,
I was
molded by it.
I was with a Logitech microphone shoved in my mouth. I was
Hey
molded.
guys, I'm ready for today's raid.
I was
Speaking
badly
of raid,
legible. I was only
speaking of
legible
raid,
to the man.
today's sponsor, Raid Shadow.
Raid Shadow Legends. Look at that big titty warrior girl. Buy it.
Today's other
Uh,
sponsor, Squarespace.
He sliced in with so good being a fucking World of Warcraft player in a modern setting.
Oh my god.
Well, guys,
Oh my
that's
God.
not
If Lyson would play like World of Warcraft or like something like that, so to say that she could play World of Warcraft to
Is
absolutely bother the people who don't like World of Warcraft.
Lyson to me is one of the World of Tanks players who like brings in the classified documents just so that she's right.
No.
Oh,
That's,
War Thunder forms.
no, that's
Yeah.
actually the character that I made Islyson to be an accessory NPC to's deal. Islyson is more that one. What's the starship? The super fucking popular like starship combat game that has to run a slideshow for the big battles. Oh fuck, what's it called? It's the one where like every single ship is owned by somebody in the real world, and they. Get,
Oh,
like,
EVE Online. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
EVE Online. Islyson plays EVE Online. She's one of the super into it EVE Online players.
Oh god.
That like
I-
This cost,
owns a
this
trade
cost
corporation.
me 34,000 disc.
Like the fact that you can actually make money in that game is amazing to me.
Interesting.
Welcome to my
Like
welcome.
someone had like a space station or something, and they sold it for like $12 million or something.
What?
God damn.
Oh, welcome to my live stream, deadbeat.
Welcome. Why deadbeats? Am I more
Oh,
Calliope? How long has this been a thing? I hate rap. Slicing. I don't know how he slicing feels about rap. It doesn't exist.
Sometimes he does that, so everybody just goes quiet and I have to rejoin. Ah,
Use promo code ISLICE and get out of my room for 15% off your next Manscaped purchase.
Promo
balls
code
will
Gray
be
Elf.
Alright, anyways.
My OnlyFans. She would, you know it.
Oh god.
Alright,
Anyways.
today I'm gonna prank Dirk with this Manscaped ball cutter, with this Manscaped kit.
I'm sorry for what I've done, William.
Alright, so yeah, you guys
Oh,
went to the
I
auction
love it.
house, found out a bunch of things. You are right outside of the Tomb of Tomes, where you met
Oh yeah.
a gentleman speaking with the guard, who seemed to had the guards speaking to him, not him speaking to the guards.
yeah.
And yes, I believe you are all right about to head in.
Yay. Please, God. Oh, god damn it. Alright, so, who are you?
Yeah, what was your name?
I'm coming up blank.
Noah LeBlanc. Oh, no, yeah, but whatever.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Alright.
So,
Yeah, we were talking to the guy and I was trying to figure out if we were doing the same case, and he was not being forthcoming to these random guys who showed up for some reason.
Hi. We're random guys.
That's my name on
Where-
Twitch.
I know.
The Tomb of Tomes.
The Tomb of Tomes is closed, right? Because of the investigation?
No,
or are we just hanging out?
no, it was open.
Oh, okay.
They were just, yeah.
Alright.
Okay,
I mean,
so,
no one was murdered here, so.
so, are you part of the same investigation or not?
is she talking to me?
Sure. Whichever one of you three blank-faced dumbasses, I mean guards, wants to answer.
He, I think he said he just got off the boat and was, they,
I just gotta.
you know,
I
he
just
was
gotta-
just, they were asking him for help.
We're taking me here.
Oh.
Asking for help or something.
Damn, Comical is drowning.
Turning you up more.
Yeah.
Listen, my mic is bad. It is raining. Hi, my internet is just generally bad. and
200%.
I'm trying my best here.
Oh, God. Comical, I can't understand you. I'm so sorry.
I got
Comical,
my best here.
You now possess the very unique capability to destroy my eardrums if you shout. So please don't.
Who does?
I am sick, and it is raining. My internet is bad, and I'm trying my best here.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Alright. Inwards to the Tomb of Tomes. Hopefully we won't find any skeletons.
Actually, wait a
Or
second.
book skeletons.
You can be on Discord on your phone at the same time. Have you tried getting to the chat on your phone and speaking into your phone? While keeping your headset on, being in chat on your computer?
I think it's with this.
Honestly, at
Hold
that point, it
on.
might be easier for him to just put the phone on speaker.
Well, he said he didn't want to do that, so I'm trying to meet him in the middle
Oh.
here.
I missed that.
No. It if I go on phone, it just switches to my phone and just disconnects from my laptop. So I have to use
Yeah.
either one.
Can you plug your
Damn.
headphones into your phone?
I did, and that was where my where you can't hear me at all.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. He's so clear,
so
so
it's
crisp.
definitely the headset. Okay,
Hmm.
it's not a connection. It's the headset.
Do you own any other pair
Crazy.
of headphones? Roro.
I'll take that as a no.
I was also gonna ask him
Sure.
if. Oh, okay. Cool.
No, this is my only one.
Okay. One more question. So you said you plugged the headphones in and you couldn't hear us, or we couldn't hear you after you did
You
so?
can't hear
we
me.
couldn't hear
You
him.
know, what
Okay.
you
Oh,
said
you
that my
couldn't hear
mic
us.
is like,
Okay.
it's like old Xbox. It's like that.
Please stop.
That was
Please stop.
Okay, and you're on your computer right now, correct?
yes.
Okay.
That's my best setup to both hear you and talk.
Did you try plugging your headset into your phone, then making sure the input-output devices were set to the headset with the phone picking up your voice?
Yes.
Shit.
The input device changes when whatever output device I have it on. I can't change it. It just changes automatically whatever it's coming out. Only the PC version lets me change my mic and speakers respectively.
I may suddenly.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that jives with what I know and what I'm subjected to.
Alright, let's go inside, I suppose.
Yes, that is not
Alright.
that is not what it takes.
I think you might need to type comical.
Ah, plump, am I? All right. Good.
Let's see.
Reason.
I'm sorry?
He's gone. Gone like the wind.
I'm sitting here, like, opening Discord on my phone, like, looking through the settings, seeing if I can find anything, but...
That's really weird.
Sadness.
You know, that's one benefit of being, you know, a millennial. I have, like, pairs of earbuds and old headphones just in my things in places, just in case, that are, like, 15 years old.
Yep.
And a Game
That's
Boy
fair.
Advance or two.
Let's see. Maybe install, like, maybe check out your drivers or something. But for now, yeah, you're probably gonna have to just type to talk, unfortunately.
Comical.
Freaky Skull 516,
Oh,
Edgemonger,
Jesus.
said hello
I was about
comical.
to say, God damn it!
What?
Keyboards.
/TTS.
Oh god. It said Freaky Skull 516 Edgemonger says hello.
Freaky Skull 516,
I
Edgemonger,
Oh
didn't
god.
said
hear
I am a
any
robot
of
with a
that.
mechanical keyboard.
I didn't hear the TTS either. Sadly.
Oh god.
It's because, you're not hearing. I think you have it, like, turned off or something.
Yeah, probably.
I
but-
don't think so.
I'm just saying, if we
I
all-
have my TTS on because I use it.
Well, I don't know then. You're, like, not hearing it at all.
Weird.
No. I'll check over, see if I do have it turned off somewhere, but I use it on a daily basis, so it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I'm just saying that could be a good way Comical could type, and we'd hear him.
No, you are absolutely right. Let me just see if I can find.
Yeah. Comical, can you try typing a TTS for us and see if it's instant? Because it's behind for you to receive, but maybe your upload speed will be good.
Anyways. Yes. You guys are heading into the Tomb of Tomes. Oh, Comicals is very behind, apparently.
Yeah, with hearing a text-to-speech message word yes thing.
Interesting.
Comical Fire, Supeda, said YOLO.
Everybody hear it?
No.
Oh.
Where do I change that?
I
I'm
heard
not sure where
yours
to
almost
change it
instantly, but I
on
didn't hear.
Audio.
I didn't hear Comicals.
Soundboard.
I don't hear anyone's.
I didn't know this was a thing you could do.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my god.
We're in danger.
Anyways, so yes, everybody, you are heading into the Tomb of Tomes. Like the various guards are speaking with Noah LeBlanc.
The problem is
LeBlanc.
we need a way for Noah LeBlanc to speak back to us, which is why I'm not wanting to, wait around for the various anyways.
Let's see. It is suddenly very loud. What do you mean by suddenly very loud? Like our talking or like the text to speech? Let's see. Oh yeah, like Comical can just like type in chat his responses. Interesting. Yeah, I think you like desperately need a new headset or something, Comical. But yes. You were asking the guards, East
Yes.
About what?
I don't remember now.
I think it
They
was
were part of the same investigation as us.
That's right, but one
I
of
think.
you were asking, and then William said they refused, or that they were being wishy-washy on if they want the answer.
I think that.
It was.
I think that there was a response of. I think the general response was yes, wasn't it?
The general response, yes. They think that this place is connected to like the murders, and I think they said they have a suspect.
Oh, we didn't know that, but we didn't know those last two things. But
But yes, there was. They told you that they're pretty. Oh, God. I'm freaking tired. Like the one time I don't write down notes.
Rip.
Let's see. They were.
It
wasn't that they were being. I think it wasn't that they were being cagey. It was that they were not entirely certain if it was like the same investigation or not.
Because I name dropped Rayla and I was like, is this about her?
Let's see.
And we also talked about the cult, I think.
Yes, they said it is about Raylan, but it is not connected to any cults as far as they are aware.
Yeah. Weird. Alright.
Sadly, we do have reason to believe that whoever murdered her, well, more than reason, we've pretty much confirmed that whoever murdered her was doing it for ritual sacrifice for the cult of Baal.
Not necessarily
Yay,
just Baal. Mostly Baal.
sacrifice.
Just the dead four in general, I think.
Wasn't she dead
The
in front of
three.
one of the Baal ones?
It-
I guess.
Oh, yeah,
I think
she might
so.
have been Baal. Let me check.
She might have been bald.
No, no, she got
got him.
bald. Maybe Baal.
Much like in Inner City Youth, Ball is
Yeah,
life.
that one was Baal.
Ball, parentheses, D, duh.
Baal.
Baal, murder lord of the court. Nothing but net.
You ever see those one videos where it's like just the guys styling on their opponents with like the dribbles and shit? Yeah, he's kind of like that, except with like tearing your heart out of your chest.
Damn. I'm too short to play basketball.
Anyways, yes. So they did say like they think that that yes, it is in fact connected with the murder of what's her name?
With Wood Elf
But
Stacy, yeah.
Rafa, that's what it was.
Rata.
What a weird way to say it.
Arata. Arata, how could you? Queeren.
You're tearing me apart,
Crazy.
Arata.
Anyway,
Oh god.
so what is in the Tomb of Tomes? Just like a Skyrim dungeon?
Do you have any idea?
It is a
Drug.
let's see. The building is like kind of low and dark. There are several different like shelves of tomes and things of that nature, just like lots of books. Towards the back, you would note the building is about maybe 100 feet long. No, that's no, about
huge.
50 feet long. I'm sorry. Yeah, about 50 feet long. I'm sorry. It's about 20 feet wide. You would note that in the back there is a section of about 10 feet that spans the entire width, where it looks to be a reading area with a few books on display in glass cabinets.
He's like, and
In fact,
immediately wants to see what those books are.
in fact, you actually see a group of a few robed individuals going over one of the books in the background. They're being very careful. They're being very carefully watched by a couple of armed mercenaries.
Blyson taking a deep inhale. Ah, yeah, this is a good place. You smell that? That's not mold. That's oil.
For a second, I thought you were going to say both, but you know.
No. Good places don't smell of mold.
I guess.
Look around for whoever's in charge.
You'll note that like there's a person behind the counter who is talking to the guards.
Go and listen into that conversation.
His license is listening to the conversation, but she's also going to look at the tomes in the glass cases.
Okay.
Also,
That you.
are we all just listening to the conversation?
Well, I want to see what the
I
guards
mean,
tell.
I don't think his license can do that because the books in the glass are at the far end of the store.
Is it actually 100 feet long?
No, it's about 50 feet long.
Shit, yeah, that might actually be just a little too far. No, my ears!
Those keen elven ears are being stifled by the ear warmers.
Skitterface, you stay here.
Tell me what your elf ears hear.
He's Lyson is listening with Skitterface. She's listening to a podcast while she looks at these books.
I think that's also a thing where it's like I don't think you get to actually choose with I think you have to look and hear at the same time through a familiar.
Let me go see. That might be a thing. That might actually be a thing. Let me check.
I think so. I think that you're technically blind and deaf when you're listening through a familiar.
What is this curse? Yeah, see and hear, not... Damn. Yep. This curse! Skitterface, you have failed me.
It's literally
Skitterface is just not. Skitterface is just gnawing on a bone it found somewhere.
God.
Where did you find that bone? Where did it come from?
I need you to keep in mind, Skitterface is a fiendish spirit. So yes.
Where did you find that muffin button? But I didn't install a muffin button. Then where did I find this muffin? Okay. That's one of the best jokes in that entire series.
And it was never explained. But, oh, fine. Fucking ruining all my fucking fun. Fucking learn clairvoyance. Fucking fuck shit and fuck. I don't actually care. Why am I cursing this much? She turns and looks at somebody who is giving her the side eye and says that as she walks past them. Full eye contact.
Are you watching the Skitter Fate? Like are you heading to the books or to the back of the...
She was like halfway walking to the books when she realized, oh shit, I go blind to whether I want to or not. And then starts going back.
Yeah.
He's like,
there are about I will note. So there is about 30 actual feet of shelves. There's 4 shelves, so like 3 aisles. So like there's the 2 lining the walls, and then there's 2 sets in the store. So as I said, making about 3 aisles total. The front 10 feet of the store are like the cash register and things like that. Small knickknacks like oil, like candles, inks, some scrolls, not spell scrolls, but like various papers and things like that.
Stationary.
The front like 10 feet are like stationary and the cash register. Back 10 feet are like the reading area and the on display books.
In other words, too far away.
Yes, unfortunately.
All the ability to split my concentration in the world, but no way to do it from a distance.
They are asking about the various They are asking about like the various auctions this place has had, any special sales, especially ones on more pricey books, more damaged books. And they're asking for lists of people who attended those.
Right. There we are.
I'm like desperately
You good?
looking for.
For a way to like split your consciousness?
No, for a way to just listen to something in a distance, but it seems to be only clairvoyance, which is a 3rd level fucking spell. So, of extreme range, there's no like short range one.
I know Arcane Eye lets you see at an extreme distance, but I don't know anything about hearing.
Actually, wait a second.
It might let you hear as well.
No, it's just it's Arcane Eye, so you just hear with it, or you just see with it.
Yeah. So yeah, there's literally just. Ah, damn. There's no short range eavesdropping one.
Is that all they're asking for the list?
Yes, they are asking about like the list of like the who all came to the auction, whenever like the 4 of them were at auctions.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, when they're done with that. Yeah, she went to this one 2 weeks before she disappeared. When they're done with that, I'll step forwards with his license. Sorry, were you with us still, or did you go over to look at the books?
She went over, then came back.
Okay.
When she realized that she couldn't only listen through Skitterface.
Yeah, I'll ask, like, can you, put up the images of the people? And then I'll ask them if, they recognize them, you know, like the ones from the paintings, and also the description of the guy who turned into the woman.
Slicing
that was
waiting for you
recognized
to
on the
ask
last
them
one.
about this before she casts the spells, because she really doesn't want to walk up to some strangers in a bookstore that has heavily armed mercenaries and just start casting a spell.
Yeah.
Go on, okay, let's
see. So
fucking...
you ask about the people in like the various paintings. Unfortunately, they don't know who those are. The person behind the counter is a rather stately looking halfling. If he was human, he looks like he'd be in his late 50s.
Coat has so many pockets.
Yes, LeBlanc, you would be told about like the various goings on with the case, the various bits and bobs, told about the 4 victims, the weird manner of death, the strange Dead 3 cults areas. And yeah, the various to-dos. They will tell you that they think that the murderer was one of the people at the auctions. They think it might have been someone who got either consistently outbid or someone who lost a particularly valuable item to Ratha. I almost said Rekka, but this isn't Hi-Fi Rush.
It's actually a good point you bring up. It's not unheard of for assassins to worship Baal, or for Baal worshippers to become assassins. This could be somebody else's motivation on a killing for the cult.
Right. On that, so they didn't recognize the person who brought the jar?
No. I don't think you
We didn't-
know what
We
that
don't have an
person
image
looks
of them, but we have a detailed description, and his license is probably
Yeah,
like...
it's like as a composite of them, basically.
Yeah, and
Ah.
I'll like read out the specific description.
Yeah. Here's this composite I made of this person.
To answer your question, no, they do not recognize the composite.
Alright, and I've only just put this together now. On that list of all the people who attended, are the 4 people the 4 victims?
You were told that towards the end, Ratha was the only one, along with Bellcat, but who would attend. The others were just basically piggy banks.
Yeah, but did were those piggy banks the guys who got killed?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I had no because Ratha and Bellcat, I didn't realize Phalar and Hannon were also involved. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and they all happened to disappear around the same time, didn't they?
I think over the course of 2 weeks? No, over the course of 1 week.
So that kind of shoots a hole in the idea that it was an accident. This is starting to sound more like they all knew about something if they're being systematically killed over a week or 2.
You'd think after the first few disappeared, though, if that was what was going on, they'd know what was happening and tell someone.
I mean, it is entirely possible if you're that paranoid that maybe you're too freaked out to tell anyone else. You know?
That's a good question.
I don't know. If I feel like if I'm about to be kidnapped, I'd probably go and tell someone regardless.
Well, maybe they didn't know that they knew, but also LeBlanc just brought up a good question. Did each of them get an item? Did they all buy something?
No, because because Ratha was towards the end the only one actually attending the auctions along with Bellcat.
Make it sure. And now we have a question: was Ratha just leading a bunch of guys on to use their money to feed her habit?
Well, they probably got their fair share of the early work, and then as she continued, she gained enough money to not need their share.
Maybe.
Hellcat never got anything out of it.
Yeah, no.
Bellcat
Not what he
got to
wanted
be
out
in
of
her
it, anyways.
presence.
Bellcat got the finest pair of the bluest balls anyone has ever seen for his trouble.
True.
Oh, God.
But,
The finest pair of them. God damn it.
You're welcome.
Alright, so... Oh jeez, what's our fucking... What do we need to know here?
LeBlanc, that is the most confusing way you could possibly have said that.
No, all of the victims were at this auction. Or they all came here to start with, and then over time, eventually only Ratha was coming.
I like the idea that it's 2/3 of the 4 victims, so one guy was partially there.
He just ducked out partway through.
They just cut off his arm and a hand.
We've ruled out that this is something that they were forced to do otherwise, have we? Because if they were continuing to do these things knowing that they're slowly being picked off, if they weren't telling anyone, is it not possible either that maybe it was something they were all committed to some extent?
That could be it. This could have been a betrayal. There's also the possibility that they didn't actually know each other outside of these meetings, only Bellcat and Ratha.
No, one of them knew another. One of the
They
earlier
were
ones
all members of the guild, so they would have at least had cursory knowledge of each other.
And
Yeah,
perhaps-
Hana knew Bellcat. And
I still
Ratha.
think, a betrayal still could be possible, though,
Yeah, perhaps they were all involved.
depending on who they were working with.
You know, here's a good question.
That's fine.
Here's a good question. How illegal is it to try and fix an auction?
I believe that is
I would know.
fraud,
I would
which
know
is
this, right?
covered in
Covered in the
Yeah.
laws of
Yeah.
Waterdeep.
So if they all
Somewhere
go
in
to these
there.
auctions and do this and are involved in a lot of shady actions, which they seem to be, then they can't afford an investigation from the guards, even if somebody is picking them off.
see.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think they needed to fix things. The entire business was book repair. Rare book repairing.
Do you really think Ratha could afford what she had? With
Well,
just
that's the
that?
entire point. That's why she needed the investors. They had to pool their money.
Yes, and so they're effectively fixing auctions. Well, just pooling their money they're not, but we don't know if they weren't doing anything else. Perhaps we should investigate that.
Well, as you say, I doubt they had the money to fix an auction.
Doesn't
Let's
always need
see.
money. I can tell you that.
The real question is who would be willing to loan money to such an endeavor if they were trying to fix it.
Well, again, to fix an auction, you just need everyone else to stop bidding at to a certain point, or for the auction to end at a specific point.
We don't know how much they got the jug for, did we?
No, they didn't buy the jug. Someone else bought the jug.
No, they didn't. But
Yeah.
okay,
The murderer
all right.
brought the
So I'm
jug.
remembering the wrong thing.
Another.
Right.
The murderer bought the jug.
So
The
there's
murderer
also.
A very concerning jug.
Oh no. There's also two other things to consider.
Alarming jug.
Did we ever consider that the auction house was actually taking the amount of money from them that they agreed to pay in the auction itself? And have we checked their ingoing and outgoing mail?
Haven't
That's
checked the mail.
true.
Because what they could have been doing was they could have been fixing the auctions to end at a certain point to make sure that one of their group wins the item. Then the item, instead of being handed over for the proper amount of money, is being handed over for a smaller amount of money that's going directly into the pocket of somebody high up enough to be able to make that happen and fudge the reports.
Let's see. I
This
I
believe
mean,
is
it's
let's see,
complicated, but
fixing
it'd be possible.
I believe that fencing and that would be a mixture of crimes against citizen robbery, as of like stealing from like the various people, as well as fencing stolen goods, which is a crime against the city. Robbery is hard labor up to 1 month and damages equal to the value of the stolen goods plus 500 gold. And fencing stolen goods is a fine equal to the value of the stolen goods and an edict.
Yeah.
Let's see. Which is basically, if we catch you again, we mess you up.
That's enough to not report that you're being picked off when you're not entirely sure what's happening, because remember, the bodies weren't being found, the people were just disappearing.
Yeah, they were probably assuming some kind of kidnapping or something.
Forbidding the convicted from doing something in violation of an edict can result in imprisonment, hard labor, and/or a fine.
Now, of course, what I just said, the whole cockamamie scheme that I just said, fairly unlikely, but it is possible that they were all involved in something criminal that if the guards were investigating their disappearances, they would have found.
That's kind of
But none of those are
where
death, and if
to
they
some
think
extent.
they might die,
Again, they were just
would they turn
disappearing.
themselves in? Well,
Here's-
yeah, but I mean, nothing's good gonna happen. Nothing good is gonna happen to you. Right?
Okay, Los, how
feel
much
like
do
they
you
know that.
trust me not to just take a bunch of money and disappear tomorrow?
I don't think we have that much money, to be honest.
Just, let's say we were doing an operation of this size. How much do you trust me not to just take my cut and run quietly in the night?
Not too much, I suppose.
How much do you think they would have trusted each other?
Fair enough, who was keeping the money then?
Depends. Again, theories.
Well, Bellcat was doing the bookkeeping. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he needs the money.
Yeah. It also could be all of these
They could have
people.
had a shared vault of some kind.
They also could have just all been involved.
Split it immediately, maybe, and put it in the bank.
Also, people who are involved
Maybe.
in criminal action do have a tendency to get scared and run off if they think they've been caught. So one person disappears. They're all wondering what happened. They have a little meeting. Some of them panic, then others start disappearing, and the ones remaining are not sure if the ones that disappeared after the first one just made themselves disappear or were taken, and they're not sure what happened to the first one at all.
Hmm. All it takes is one person to go missing, really.
We do have to remember there are only 4 of them.
Still,
Yes, I'm not disagreeing.
4
I'm
is
just
enough.
keep it in mind.
My point is, we should
3 is enough,
investigate.
really.
We should investigate if they were involved in anything else unscrupulous that would have motivated something like that.
There may be some connection there between that as well as some of the actions. Have some of them have less favor than the others, maybe even.
Yeah.
Alright. What else do we need to ask these people then?
Reckless speculation.
I love speculation. A good time, truly.
Ask them, I guess, just about Bellcat and Ratha, and if Bellcat came here. Actually, we're gonna get a similar answer.
Was Bellcat causing a disturbance?
Yeah. Honestly, just slightly curious at this point. How much of a prick was he in this place? I feel like we're not going to gain more information here.
Yeah, tell me Bellcat's secrets.
Let's see.
Yeah.
How embarrassing was this weeb?
It's not a
How
weeb. He's a
fucked up was this guy?
He's not a weeb.
He was buying. He was buying teen romance novels.
Guys, he's not a weeb. He's a simp.
He could be both.
True.
A weeb for the
Yeah.
culture and a simp for her? Or just the
Exactly.
It depends on-
Exactly.
No, he's a weeb for the culture because he's a simp for her.
Well, here's the thing.
That makes sense, actually. That tracks.
That's
Bellcat.
even sadder.
These two things are true, we just don't know how they're related.
Bellcat wasn't seen at the Curved Club, was he?
No.
Here's the thing. The Curved Club advertised itself as a house of elven delights, including food and music and things like that, and he didn't show up there. That tells me he was obsessed with Ratha, not elven cultures. Now, there could be
So I guess
other
then
things.
he is really just a simp.
That's not exactly proof, but it's a nod to what could be.
That wasn't a joke, by the way. Like they do tell you that, like, he did in fact purchase like elven romance novels from them.
Oh, lovely. Was it anything good?
Some of it.
Cool. Fistful of Leaves is always a good one. Great
Oh,
series.
yeah, that's Comical's raising some good points here. Did they report the disappearances as they happened, or was it when the bodies were found? That'll just answer that question.
To be fair, their families were the ones who were like listing the disappearances.
Well,
Yeah.
not all of
Except
them
for
had
like those
families.
with yeah, except for the ones like without families, but
Yeah.
like Hannon had a wife and kid. Like his wife reported him having disappeared. Like Balar had
We should
Uh,
really be asking Hannon's wife some questions, but I think we already did now that I think about it.
We did. We haven't talked to Phalar's girlfriend at all.
True.
They were about to move in together. Alright, so yeah, what has she brought? What did she outbid anyone? Yeah. We see like everything that you have records for what Ratha bought from the auction.
like as you like are talking, like they'll kind of look towards the guards. Who will nod, like, yeah, like go ahead and give us that all that stuff. Which
He slices him without stopping talking, breaks out her Force Grey badge, and just points it at him and puts it away again without looking at them.
This gives me no
store
authority to do
owner
anything, obey me.
Exactly.
The
Yeah, they
bookstore
take
owner
their
who
money. They take
that just
any.
like a
store
habit
owner
of yours
who
now?
doesn't know what the Force Grey is.
I know, that's the best part. She just flashes this badge like it's as gold as fucking gold.
Oh,
I think
missed,
Ivory's convinced that it's
guys.
just like that it's just out of habit. Like she'll do it instinctively whenever there's like discussion and somebody walks up, she'll just like flash the badge subconsciously. She won't even know she's doing it.
The thing is, you haven't seen her
We've
do it that
missed
much
such an
until today.
opportunity.
So.
Criminal tax evasion.
Not yet. Not yet. Criminal tax evasion.
I
Any just
forgot
money
that
fraud.
was anyway.
Alright. Okay, so is there anything in particular here that's related to the gods? The Dead Three?
Let's see. You will note, like there are several purchases. Most of the ones that are, like, you'll note something rather interesting in the fact that a lot of her purchases are marked as, like, damaged goods.
Well, yeah.
Not all of them, but like but most of them. She like over the course of like the last 2 years has she's like come here a good number of times. Not every auction they've ever had over the last 2 years, but a good number of times. Sometimes the highest number she's bought is about 3 books in a single auction, and they over the course of like the 2 years they've been coming here have bought about 25 books, specifically 20 for a specific number 26. They've bought 26 books from this place from the various auctions, and there will be a note about how some of them were sold back to this place in much higher condition, much better condition. About some of them are looking at it, you can see the progression of things. Like towards the beginning, they would be brought back. You'd see one book called "The Queen's Revenge," and it's like marked as heavily damaged, and it's brought back like 3 weeks later as lightly damaged. And then you can very clearly tell that there is a demarcation of whatever they're doing, they're getting better at this. But yes, you will note that there is a book in the most recent auction that the last auction that she was at, where it was
2 weeks ago.
about
wasn't
yes, 2
Price
weeks
3
before
now.
2 weeks before or she disappeared, which she outbid a lot of people who wanted it, and it was about 8,000 gold.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
What was it?
It was a copy of a first-hand. It was basically a journal about a soldier's recollection of during the times of troubles, the fight between on the bridge, and who was it? I think it was like
It was Ball and I know the sword that was the
Cyric?
avatar of Mask. Yeah, Cyric stabbing Ball with a sword that was the avatar of Mask.
Yeah, it was a first. It was like a first-hand account of that event happening, like that a book
Cool.
about that.
That is incredibly motivating for our murderers.
Yep.
That is very true. And also kind of has to make you question why, given the whole circumstances, it's a little odd, almost. Gives me a weird feeling. That's all I'm saying.
She probably just wanted. How was it badly damaged?
Yes.
Okay.
It wasn't like the worst. It is listed as moderately damaged.
All right. Well,
Very notable is like at least to this, they did not sell it back. At least here, they didn't do so, because it's like not marked as this is not marked as like this place bought it back from them.
well, if this was 2 weeks before her disappearance, she may not have had time. They may have taken her only when she finished it.
To
Maybe.
answer your question, Noah, the journal was put up for sale by the daughter of the soldier.
Was that a
Oh,
copy of the
God.
journal, or no? It was the actual journal itself.
It was the actual journal itself, yes.
All right.
Yeah, the daughter put it up for sale. Which is like, oh man, like modern day soldiers get PTSD from war and like stuff like that. Like you can get PTSD from like from being like a drone pilot, just watching like 30 blips on a screen turn off, knowing, oh god, imagine watching the God of Madness and the God of Murder have a fucking blood orgy. Like, what the fuck?
To be fair, only one person died there was the fucking God of Murder, so that's not so bad. But then again, you can get PTSD from somebody screwing over your entire life and putting you into homelessness, so, you know. Maybe it was the after events. We were talking about what Mistra gets up to yesterday, and the shit she fucking did during the time of troubles. That random woman got possessed and blown up by Helm because of her fuckery.
Anyways.
Truly traumatizing.
No, I'm just thinking about Injustice, where it's Robin talking to Batman. So you don't kill people, but you're fine with traumatic brain injuries. Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad you understand, Robin.
It's like I think that was a massive criticism of like the Green Arrow show, where it's like the first few seasons he just wastes everyone, and then after that he just cripples them with horrific life-altering injuries.
Yeah, he got more cruel, not less.
Anywho.
Yeah.
So yes. They will tell you that Bellcat is allowed in the store, but he is not allowed to the auctions. Because he would get belligerent towards the other participants.
I am so surprised that he was able to behave himself in the store.
Well, yeah, because he would be by himself when he comes to the store, not with Rafa.
I guess. By the way, Slice is not facing any of this conversation. There's just like one ear like twitched and turned towards it while she's like looking at a shelf.
I don't know why, but I'm just imagining, like...
What your else I see?
Oh, nice. Like, I'm imagining,
Oh, that was an actual meme in my other D&D group. Teal, what do your partially elven eyes see? We are taking the halfling to the manor.
like, if this is the store, and, like, these are the shelves, I imagine Islyson is just, like, at one of the shelves, like, half behind it, like, her her left half is just, like, covered by the shelf. She's, like, facing away from them, like, looking longingly at the books.
This is the conversation. The red mark is the conversation. This is Islyson. This is the bookshelf. Yeah, Islyson's like right around here, just looking through the shelf, listening, and occasionally turning her head and like saying something, and then looking back at the books.
Saying something catty.
Yes. I can't
I think
believe it.
That would be the name of a biography for his license, saying something catty.
No, a biography for his license would be "Why won't you frown, damn it?"
Oh god. Anyways.
It's not my fault you're all enjoying yourselves.
Are you sure about that?
No matter how I look at it, it's not my fault that I'm not popular.
Anyways,
Alright.
so yes, Stefan is off. The cat into his lap.
I guess that's probably all we're gonna get from this one.
Do you want to ask any other questions?
Who were the... I assume by the time it started getting up high, there were only one or two other people who were continuing to bid. Who were they? Or how was that the case at all?
Yes. There were two other people. Let's see. Sorry, give me a second. Let's see. Well, to answer your question, like the way an auction works is like most people, like will, stay like the whole thing, because like they don't actually take money or give out the stuff until like the end. They'll be, all right, so you purchased this for this amount of gold, give us the payment, and we'll, like that sort of thing.
They sell everything, then they sign all the paperwork and hand everything off.
Yes.
Yeah.
I assume these auctions, they're like, everybody knows what all the items are
Yeah, it's
ahead of
listed
time.
and handed out on a freaking document.
Yes, there are some there are some times where it's like, oh, we have a
Blind auction.
we have this one really special item. Stay towards the end to see what it is.
The loot box.
Basically, anyone who wants to attend, but let's see.
I gotta play Mr. Kret so he can do his loot box bit. I've put something valuable in this box. It could be more valuable than what you pay for it, it could be less, it could be exactly the same. But if you give me 5 gold, I give you the box, and what is in it is yours.
But let's see. So yes, sorry, give me a second.
Puts a bunch of various trinkets and whatnots in little boxes right in front of someone, puts all those little boxes in a bigger box, shakes the bigger box up, opens it, then dumps them onto the table and says, pick a box, 5 gold each pick. No.
All right. So the two people are a half-elf man by the name of Elalor Moreth. He is a half-elf merchant. The other person is a Earth Genasi, a Earth Genasi woman by the name of Glad Simorton. She is a book collector.
I'm something of a book collector myself.
Crazy.
What are those two common customers here?
This was Elalor's first auction, but Glide is a regular, like almost as much as Rotha.
What did they tend to buy? Glide.
Books. Yeah, they are a rare book collector.
That
So
is
like
fair enough.
First editions, signed copies, like a lot of stuff. They tend, Glide does tend to more of like the historical pieces. So like that was something like that she would have very much wanted. She does buy like non-fiction is her like anything with interesting with history. Like she'll buy other books, but like the historical pieces are her like go-to for coming to an auction. They will note that she did seem rather like particularly annoyed that she did not get that book.
I guess we have to go and... What time is it?
It is about, I believe, 11 a.m. right around, or like around 11:20.
Who did
Well, we'll
get
have
that
to...
book?
Rotha.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought Rotha was angry because Rotha missed it. Right. Yeah. Got it.
Alright, so... We, when we go back to that first place at 1 o'clock, we'll have to ask if she sold that book there. I doubt it, and I guess we can ask that at all the other auctions.
Well, we should find her and check if she has the book. Basically, me approach and, ask like, oh, do you have this book? I'd like to buy it, because she could, who knows, maybe be involved.
I doubt she'd admit anything when she knows an investigation is going on.
Yeah. Unless word hasn't got out. Well, no, we got it publicly.
People know.
Yeah.
Alright.
You gotta lay low after your murders.
Do not sell the thing you murdered the person for.
Either way, we should look into her and see if we can find her and ask her a couple of questions and maybe keep an eye on.
Honestly,
what she
I'm
does.
more concerned about the merchant.
They're both
The breadth of human stupidity is amazing to me. It's like the sheer number of times I've read a story about, like Iowa man accused of stealing shirt wears shirt to trial.
Yeah. Sometimes you just.
Like, I read a.
Go ahead.
Like I read a story where it was this guy got robbed and he's like he thinks he knows who did it, and like the guy's wearing his jacket with his name on it.
Yeah.
Like it was like a really nice company jacket that his coworkers had bought for him, or like his coworkers had got for him, like that he would wear around his company. Like it had his name on it, and the guy was wearing it at the trial. Like,
oh, don't worry. Oftentimes when somebody is murdered, there is like public knowledge of that person, of the person that murdered them, actively saying, I'm gonna fucking kill you, piece of shit, watch your back, in front of a bunch of people.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, I think we should look into both of them, but the Ganassi is more likely to be involved from what I'm hearing here.
You think? What if the merchant only came specifically because of the ball book?
Also possible. Like I said, we should look into both of them. I'm just saying, I'm thinking the Ganassi had more motive based off of the description. We might get there and start talking to the merchant, and he fly off into a bitter rage, and that'll be nice.
To answer your question, Noah, no, it was not the final item. It was like one of the final items, but it was not the final item.
Alright. I guess let's go onwards to the next one, unless anybody else has any questions.
I gotta get some thieves' tools and pick every lock on Picklock Alley just to be an ass.
No, you just cast thaumaturgy. You just like slam open every open door or unlocked door. Just
I'm a wizard. I can't have thaumaturgy.
Alright.
But yeah.
It was listed. Yes, they didn't advertise it, but like the people who knew about the auction would have had like the programming sheet of like, oh, so this is X item, this is Y item, this is like this auction did not have a quote unquote special item. They did not have a like a hidden item or anything like that. This one did not.
Has the merchant and the collector come since?
No, neither one did.
Rent?
Yeah, but no, I agree. I actually wanted to look for some books too, because I have this place on my list of places to go to and bother people. I mean, ask about certain books.
Alright, I guess Ivory and I can wait outside.
I mean, you guys.
This is a bookstore, not a library.
Yeah, I want to buy them.
We can wait around for a little bit.
That's not a question.
I'm going to buy books. Parentheses, threat.
Yeah. What kind of book would you like to have picked up, Noah? But yeah, they are. Let's see. Random list of 3 books. Alright. What are you, HK-47, Freaky? Threatening. I will buy.
It's like, yeah. Declaration. I will buy them. Threatening.
No, it's a threatening declaration. I will buy them.
Yeah. I'm thinking more, I think it's Tornado from Justice League Unlimited, but yeah. God, I love the way he talked. It was so fun.
HK-47 or Tornado?
Tornado.
Or, the L-Core and, or the L-Core and,
Yeah, in Mass Effect.
Mass Effect, yeah.
Query. How did you know that I enjoyed that particular form of romance novel? But, that was in it. But, the... I will buy these books. Threatening. Slicing could talk like
Menacing
that.
aura.
Declaration. Excitement. I will buy these books. Annoyed. What do you mean you don't have them? No. If I did that, people would actually know how I'm feeling, and that would be less fun.
There you go. Those are the 3 books. Let's see. How much for them all? About... Let's see. $150. For all 3, yes.
Hey LeBlanc, I know we haven't known each other long, or know each other at all, or have experienced, really shared more than 3 words together, but can I borrow that Dream Journal book for like 45 minutes? She's like gauging the width of the book, like, yeah, like 45 minutes. Sure. Let's call it that.
There you go.
Anyway, that's later's problem.
That's sober me's problem.
That's sober Slicen's problem.
You're not sober right now?
No, I am. I just never feel like I am.
Oddly specific, but okay.
That reminds me of a post I saw once where it was this guy had a picture of his hand where he apparently had gotten drunk, and it was covered in Cheeto dust, and his drunk self had written on the palm of his hand, "I saved you the best part."
Aw, what a friend. But future me's gonna love this. But oh god, his pillow was so Cheeto-y. So, Bookman, bibliotarian, that was the word I was looking for. What was I thinking?
Bookseller, I need your strongest books.
I need your most knowledgeable books, bookseller.
You cannot handle the knowledge in my books.
I will have you know that I very much can.
My books are only for the smartest and the most understanding, and you would not do well with my books.
Just starts like yelling in abyssal, foaming at the mouth. Eyes rolling back in her head. He slices knows this game escalate like 3 levels immediately.
He starts doing the same. It becomes very intense very quickly.
He slices.
Yeah, that's how you get out
dominance.
of being murdered. You out crazy the serial killer.
Somebody's holding a knife up to each Lyson just starts like looking at the knife and being like, "Hey, can I lick that after you stab me just a little?" And then stick my tongue in your ear. Just a little.
You have a hostage? No, I have a hostage. Let her go or blow his brains out.
Oh no. But
that was in a video. I think it was Borderlands, yeah. In the Borderlands, the Telltale game, where like your character like takes himself hostage and 2 guards take themselves hostage in response, and both of them shoot themselves.
Perfect.
Because you don't do what they say.
That's some Disco Elysium shit right there. Fine, you won't tell me? Points gun at own head. What now? Fuck. Anyway, so, Bibliotarian. I'm looking for something in particular, but also something a bit more wide-reaching if you don't have that. I'm looking for the works of the Netherese arcanist Telmont Tanthule, also known as Shadow. Do you have this? Derivatives of his works and copies are also acceptable, if not preferred.
Let's see. They'll tell you to hold on a little bit, and they will go and look. Like in their lists. You see, like, they pull out this rather large Rolodex.
Yes, the Rolodex. It's so exciting every time. It's such fun.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yes. Yeah.
I want one of those. I want one of those alarm clocks which has like the Rolodex numbers in it. Just for no reason other than it's like kind of like retro and interesting to me. Just like the one with like the flip clocks.
I want a. I had a radio alarm clock that was like so shitty that it never picked up a single radio station at one time. So it just play horrifying static with like 4 different radio stations playing at once. And it was the best alarm clock I ever fucking had. Because that shit.
Because it was so horrible.
Yes, you cannot sleep through that. It is just so cacophonous. My current.
That's really funny.
My current alarm clock's most jarring and annoying alarm still feels like it's trying to gently nudge me awake, and I don't like that.
But yes.
Fucking kick me in the teeth, damn it.
Use your sound to kick me in the teeth.
I will not be awake if you don't.
Kick me in. I want your strongest alarm clock seller.
Alarm clock seller, I want your strongest alarm. Only the purest may mount me.
Anyways, so yes.
No! I need Nick for things later this session.
No, Nick!
No!
God, no!
That is unfortunate.
You know she might not be able to hear us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's fully gone.
Fuck. Do you have hardware acceleration on?
She's not here. Platonic frogs. Alright, so yes. Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Let's see. By the way, this man was born in -645 DR and died in 1487 DR, which, damn. That's kind of recent. Holy shit. 2,132 years old.
Who?
Telmont Shadow Tanthule, who is the creator of such spells as Shadow Door, Shades, Shadow Conjuration, and Shadow Evocation, and Shadow Walk.
I think I know why. I think I know how he died. He accidentally cut himself on all the edge.
Perhaps. But then again, he also got bitches, so I don't know.
No maidens. How about no bitch?
No.
You are maidenless.
But alas, you are maidenless and doomed to fade into obscurity.
Your strongest
Which I would like one of your strongest maidens. You cannot handle my strongest maidens.
That's just slavery, bro! You can't be doing that!
What's funny is your maiden's the one who, like, levels you up. She's the one who converts runes into strength. So yeah, you are literally doomed if you don't have one.
I mean, there's lots of people who do, like, level 1 runs and stuff like that.
Yeah, but think how many people would actually win doing that. Like, in canon.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, in canon, you're the only one who does win.
Not true, there's actually plenty of Tarnished who got really close, such as Vike.
Vike had 2, and he got the closest.
Yeah. My point is, like, you're not maidenless, though, because you actually do have a maiden. Just not many people know about her, because she's a fucking ghost that lives in your head and gave you a magic horse.
And you have immunity to the STD spell. Human slavery run, let's go.
Human trafficking for the win. Hey, I know some people.
Freaky Kill 516. Human trafficking for the win.
Written into the annals.
Text to speech.
Alright. I guess we'll just wait for her, see if things are resolved. Oh yeah, just okay.
But yes, let me
I guess we can do the book
roll
stuff.
something very quickly. Be it.
Freaky Skull 516, Edgemonger, said it is not slavery if they can't say no.
Oh god. No, I'm pretty sure it's slavery because they can't say no.
Nah. These are fun.
Just because it doesn't... Oh, what is the quote? Just because the planet can't reject you doesn't imply consent.
So stop fucking it up.
I'm gonna made a little hole in my backyard and fucked it today. Felt like freedom.
Anyways. So yes, they will tell you that unfortunately they don't have any original works.
Don't need it to be original.
But they do have a couple of like summations, basically, like a couple of textbooks that talk about his works.
Yeah. Any arcane formula or what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck, come back. No. Fuck, what is that word? Whatever.
The word
I don't need the second one.
is the bird.
Any of them containing arcane formula of his works.
Let's see.
Like, say, any of them detailing exactly how he made spells like Shadow Door, Shadow Walk, or any of those, spell making processes.
How he made the spells? No. Like the act. There are a few that like show the basically like what he would have had in his spell book, but like not how he actually made the spells.
Like the actual spells themselves that he'd have in his book, or just a list and a description of what they do, because I already have that.
Let's see. Both.
How much and how many do you have of the ones that actually include the spells themselves? These are dead spells, right?
Yes, I do believe so.
Yeah. Still useful. Still able to figure out what energies it was pulling from and where those are now. Still useful.
They have 3 books. They are 40 gold each.
40 gold each, huh? Give me a moment. Currently writing a note of all of this. And moving it up to here where I'll see it. $30 gold each.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh no. My most powerful move. My most powerful move. Why was that to GM? It was a 3, by the way, everyone.
Yeah. She'll like look at you. 60. I'm kidding. She like looks at you and you just his license is just like this wafer thin, incredibly pale elf.
Yeah, she literally
Like,
just
she,
like had her hands clasped together, point her fingers up and like stuck together, just in front of her mouth, and just pointed at her with that 30 gold each. Still looking half asleep.
She'll look at you and say,
There's a possum on her shoulder.
Yeah, she looks. The woman looks at you, and she just says, "You look like you need the money. 35 gold."
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
His license just being so uncharismatic that she actually gets pity.
I have no shame.
But yes. So, everybody. Is there anything else you want to do at this bookstore, or?
These books are actually useful for engineering modern shadow magic, right?
I mean, entirely possible.
Yeah, or might be. Sorry, I guess is a better way to put it.
Yeah. Oh, like it. Like I said, they don't tell you like exactly how he did it, but like you could theoretically reverse engineer the
Yeah.
spells from
Yeah.
like looking at his spell.
As long as the components are listed here of them as they were back then, that's useful.
The component is a hedgehog in red sneakers.
Ah, damn. Do you have any how hard that is to get it so fast?
Anywho,
Well, that's all I had to do, guys, for now.
all right. Lovely.
That's an actual character.
Nick.
D&D. Oh my god.
Alrighty then. So, yeah, you guys will go ahead and head out. You've been there for about 20 minutes, I think, over the course of the conversation. So it's about 11:50 right now in the morning.
Yes.
You'll note that the guards will, they'll nod to you. IZ, the big gay. Okay. The guards will, like, nod to you, and they will, go back to, like, wherever they were to, report this, found information. So what do you guys wish to do?
It's like
Next, are you going to do more study?
It's like 1492 DR right now, isn't it? So it's
Something around that, yeah.
yeah. Fuck, I was right. I might have fucking met this guy. It's licensed.
1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean.
Yeah, 1487
So-
is when he died. So yeah, East Lyson was fucking around back then. That's interesting.
You mean Large Run Lyle?
Both of them were. That's less than
Ah.
14 years ago.
Oh, wow. Another East guy died only like 14 years ago?
Yeah.
Damn. I imagine like the Nether East stuff was like thousands of years ago.
It is. That's the thing. It is. The guy just lived like 2,000 years. Or 2,700
Oh,
years.
jeez.
Also here, I'm gonna put Ghost's new obsession in
Yeah, leave
tribute and
3,000.
appreciation.
Anyways. Bows and takes the bag with him and walks away. Yes.
Okay, guys, where are we off to next? We need to investigate the girlfriend, and we already spoke to the
I believe it was Dumont's study is like where you guys were heading off to.
Yeah, I guess we should do that next. We did plan for it. East Lyson wants to do this in the Skyrim questing manner, which is, I'm in the middle of a quest. Hey, look, a new quest.
Skyrim. I wanted to like you so much.
Try Morrowind. You'll like it more.
Probably.
Super cheap.
I remember playing Morrowind. I think Morrowind was my first RPG, but I was way too young to be able to appreciate it.
I was definitely too
Because I don't think I ever
Alright.
left. I don't think I ever left the first place. Anyways,
Let's go to Dumont's study.
Yeah.
alrighty then.
Yay!
Eh,
I remember
I love
Yeah.
that sound so much.
childhood Morrowind was just practicing conjuration in Balmora.
Oh god. Let's see. You will head to Dumont's. And it is you head to Dumont's study, and it is a large, kind of like open room. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the Library of Congress.
Noah has left us LeBlanc. Alright, well, nice meeting you, I suppose.
He's gone for now, but he's gonna be at our fucking front door and just be like, so I hear all of you were involved with this. Any day now.
Wow.
Let's see. Here, I'm gonna show you guys this. It's a room that like kind of looks like this. It's not that large or grandiose, but no, that's fair. Comical.
Comical is sick and wants to just listen in for the rest of the session.
Trying my best not to take a shit. Whatever you do, don't sneeze.
It's that game. It's that type orders game called Don't Shit Your Pants.
Oh yeah. I remember watching Markiplier play that.
I watched Sips play it.
You can fart twice, but on the third one, you shit your pants.
Shush you. I love that my mechanical keyboard is a joke to you. It has character, damn it.
Considering how freaking loud the damn thing
Just because it has character doesn't mean we can't giggle at it a little bit. It's a little funny.
Your keyboard is louder than you are sometimes.
No! No! No!
Okay, that was a really good one. Anyways. So yes, you guys are heading back to study. It's a large, open, circular room. You see, like several desks. It looks more like a meeting area than any like kind of bookstore or library or anything like that. Everyone who's there, go ahead and roll a history check if you want.
So yeah, Ivory, my secret to, like, not eating is I use Phantasmal Force to... Oh, that's a nice building. I use Phantasmal Force to trick myself into thinking that I was snacking.
Isn't that more effort than just eating?
Yes.
That is a lot of effort for something like that, but I do have to kind of respect it a little bit. That's actually quite impressive.
Ivory, I lied to you just now. I've never done that in my life.
You see, here's the thing. I don't know when to believe you, when to not believe you, so frankly, do what you will with that, I guess.
I don't know when to believe you and not to, so I'm just gonna choose not to believe you. Anyways. So yes, Islyson and Ivory would both know that, this place is not actually is not a library or anything like that. It's more of a meeting place for academics.
I like this. Oh god, they're gonna be like, Lazar Nael, why do you look terrible? What are you doing here? It's been like a decade.
But yeah, this place is more along the lines of a place where people would meet to discuss a topic or would meet to like basically it's like a headquarters like for like like book clubs or like places where religious institutes can meet up or it's just a meeting ground.
Are there any meetings of like arcane spellcasters discussing their works and stuff going on right now?
At the moment, no.
Damn. So much for crashing the meeting. Hi, Slice and Illusion.
I'm
It's
not
Grey
good.
Hand. See my badge, Grey Hand. Hey. Any of you kids ever try shadow magic?
Hang on, I got something funny about.
Hello,
Let's see.
fellow Arcanists. I'm something of a wizard myself.
Really?
Yeah,
That's crazy. I never would have guessed.
I know, right? I give off such sorcerer energy. I'm so charismatic.
Mm.
Let's see.
What was the crit for?
Oh, that was the history of Dumont's study and its shenanigans and what it is and all that, I believe.
Yes, it is a
Yeah.
yes. It Dumont's study is like more of a meeting area for like various factions. Like you can pay to have a meeting here, or like do what they or like have an auction here, or
It's a
it's
venue.
basically yes, it's a venue. There you go, Freaky. The Department of Natural Resources guy is how I've imagined his license. Hello, Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. My badge. That's how he introduces himself every single time.
Oh, yeah, John.
Yeah. No panic button. Calm down is a fantastic one. He's a great. Anyways, yeah. There's not really a whole lot of people here at the moment. There are like some people like milling around. Like you'll note like some people at some of the desks. Like there's a group of 3 what look to be academy students like huddled around like a bunch of tomes and papers and things like that.
Is License going to go heckle them?
A slice of no.
Yeah.
She's already gone.
I must
Wait, no, we
heckle.
need your illusions.
Yeah,
That's like
I'm sorry, what Akla? What'd you say, Aklas?
No, wait, we need your illusions. You can heckle them later.
You can bring them to me.
I'm just imagining like one of those like those child backpacks, just desperately hanging onto it as a slice and is just bolting.
Imagine his life
You mean-
goes to walk past me and just like grab her by the collar, like, no.
Oh, no.
Like,
No.
like holding her up like a naughty kitten.
Gotta get my hands on some of those fucking gauntlets that give me 19, just so I have the
Gauntlets
excuse
of
to
overpower.
grab a slice in as she's going. Yeah, so I have the excuse to grab a slice in by the collar and go, no,
Here's the thing.
don't do that.
Eastlyson weighs 75 pounds.
Yes, I just think it's objectively funnier.
My point is, do you have
Completely.
14? Do you have 14 or more strength?
Yes,
You can do that.
I
Right
could
now.
do that
Yeah,
anyways.
you can do that right now. You have that power. Ah.
You can heckle them later. Just let's finish what we came here first, and then you can go do that.
Finish
Okay.
what they're doing and leave.
Then we can find them later.
There will
You
be other
guys are-
people you can heckle his license.
But it
You
won't
guys
be
are
as
causing
special.
a notable commotion in this very otherwise quiet building.
We're like whispering to each other through clenched teeth, but it won't be as special.
Right, I'm gonna go and see if there's someone in charge around here.
Yes, there is. As you'll note, like in the center of the room, there is a there is like a person in like a somewhat nice outfit. Again, not like the best, especially like considering the part of the city you're in. But still nice.
Mm-hmm. Alright. One study.
It is a elvish woman. She is a high elf.
Well, well, it's good to see all of you again.
No,
It's fucking nice right Lael.
no.
Is this
But yes.
Dumont?
Like, do you go up and like ask her
No.
like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yeah, just like, hello.
Yes. Hello. Welcome to Dumont Study. Are you here for? Do you wish to hire the venue? Do you wish to stay for a little while?
I'm afraid, we're here on business. We're doing a bit of an investigation into, some of the recent deaths that happened around here. I'm wondering if we could ask you some questions.
You will need to be a bit more specific, since considering the part of the city we're in, deaths are kind of
Yes, fair enough.
rather not infrequent.
When was the last auction that was written down about Dumont Study on that bit of paper?
Let's see. Dumont's study. The last one was. Let's see.
Yeah, Dirk has been so quiet.
2 days after her study, or 2 days after Rafa's disappearance.
The last one she went to. What about that?
Let's
Or the last
see.
one before that?
That was about a month before.
Okay. Right. I understand that you were. Oh, sorry, I forgot the last question. We're looking into some of the deaths that I understand the rumors say they are due to vampires. The 4 recent ones last week. Specifically, I understand that you occasionally do auctions here.
Yes, when the venue is hired out. In fact, day after tomorrow, there is a auction for paintings.
However many days ago, I'm not going to bother doing the math. The one that's 2 days after she died. Was there? Do you recognize the name Ratha Quirin?
Yes. She is a rather big spender at times here.
Oh yes. Was she scheduled to sell any books at this specific auction that was the one 2 days after she died?
No, not that I can remember.
Alright. Did she come here with anyone else?
Let's see. Not that I can remember.
Alright. Is Lyson, if you could project the illusions. Like, do you recognize any of these people? And then I'll read out the list of the descriptions for ones we don't have pictures of.
As like she's looking at them, she will actually recognize like kind of recognize the one which was the painting in the mortuary. The one on the top floor that Islyson had to basically composite it as well from the from like Dirk and Ivory's recollection. I should say. Oh yes. I recognize him. He was the one who did the funeral when my grandfather died.
How long ago was that? Sorry to ask.
About 20 years ago.
Okay.
Interesting. Would you happen to have a name?
Are you asking for my name, my grandfather's, or his?
His.
Yes.
You mean the sun, the planet, or me?
Yes. I have a bag of sweet orchard fresh cherries.
Nice.
Today is good.
Nice. Cherry. That's a stripper name.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
I don't know why that's the joke I went with. Let's see. Alright, give me a second. Oh, God damn it. Come on. Let's see. There we are. Her name is Mariana Dumont. Her grandfather's name was Reuven Dumont. The man's name was, as far as she remembers, Arnold Perry.
Arnold Paris.
A lot of almonds here today. Alright. Arminians? Omnians.
Alright.
A lot of Omnians here today.
Okay, and she doesn't recognize the person who brought the jar.
No.
Alright. Does
Nor did she recognize the face of like the person who like was in the mortuary, or the person who or the person from the
she doesn't get
I
anyone
can't
else.
remember.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Slicing knows what the victims look like, right?
No. I think No, you do not. You know what Rotha looks like.
Do you recognize this elf?
She does. She knows Ratha.
Oh, personally, okay. Sorry, that's something I missed.
Not personally,
She
but
said she was a
she.
big spender here occasionally. Alright.
Did you happen to see a halfling man following her? Or with her?
No. But she did say that she does remember a drow man with her on occasion.
A drow man. Okay.
That's one of the victims. One of them was a
Yeah.
drow.
Yeah. What did
Thela.
What did their relations seem to be? Any signs of anything more than a business association? Or perhaps of distress between them disliking each other, anything of that sort?
Let's see. Oh wow, another nat 20. Huh. She'll say, well, they seemed professional, if a bit cold.
I mean, Thela was about to get his girlfriend moving in, so.
A bit bold, a bit cold.
Yes.
Well,
it would be weird.
Just because he was about to get his girlfriend moving in doesn't mean he wasn't getting hanky-panky with the wood elf, which could have led to a falling out, which could have led to some stuff. Fishing.
Yeah.
Alright.
But yes, she describes it as professional but cold.
Interesting. Do you know what they were doing in the establishment?
Well, usually they were attending auctions.
Do you keep a list of, any of the books they brought?
No, we are, since we are just a venue,
Of course.
the people setting up the auctions are usually the ones who keep that sort of thing. We usually just check to make sure there's nothing dangerous, and then let them go about their business.
Do you know if, oh, what was the fucking name? The two people, Elalor, and Glide. Do you know if these two people,
Hmm.
did they frequent auctions at all? Elalor, Morith, half-elf merchant, and Glide, Samaritan, Genasi book collector.
I've never heard of an Elalor, but Miss Glide is both one of our most frequent patrons and one of our most frequent what's the word I'm looking for out of
Sellers?
character? Yes. She is like one of the highest buyers and one of the highest sellers we have
Do you
in this
know
in this establishment.
Do you know if she knew Ratha?
Oh yes, there was what I would describe as a professional rivalry. The two were almost constantly trying to outbid each other for books. But there were. Ratha did at first lose more than she won, but as the years went by, that sort of changed.
Slice is going to break out the very signed book. The very signed Volo book. Do you recognize this item? Mostly
Let's
this
see.
page of this item.
Yeah, she will like look through it.
Do be careful,
They
that is an
definitely-
antique.
They wouldn't have sold it like that because I imagine someone would have fucking cast identify and noticed the illusory script.
No, there's no illusory script on it. It's just written. It's just forged. Normal forgery.
No, it was an illusion.
Was it an illusion mime on the very side
Yeah.
book? I thought
Yes.
that was the other one.
If
They still had two of the names were real, but
yes. Yeah. Volo did the saw through like the illusory script.
Okay. Interesting.
those two might have been on it before she got it though, and she might have just put the illusory script on herself.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the Underdark guy or whatever was probably on it. The Undercity guy was probably on it when she bought it.
Yeah.
That probably
It
would
was
have been...
it was Volo and Halastair Blackcloak.
Holy shit, is that Hellstar Blackcloak? No. Oh my god, it's Tristo Erden.
Isn't Dristo Erden one of the demon lords right now?
I don't fucking know, maybe. I don't think he
I
is.
think, yeah, if I remember correctly, like I think I remember hearing about like he's one of the lords of like he's a lord of one of the layers of the abyss or some shit like that. I don't remember.
I don't think so.
But
Holy shit, is that Steve
see.
Kraft?
Steve Kraft. He's a miner.
Yes.
But anyways, what was I saying? I forget what was the question?
Do you recognize this article, or particularly this page?
Let's see.
Tristo Erden alignment, good. What kind? Do not question 4th edition.
Let's see. She does not recognize it, but yeah, she's looking at it like you'll. She does look very interested in like, oh wow, that's a lot of signatures.
I know, right?
As yeah, she doesn't look to have seen through the illusion.
So I still have to keep that in mind and get Arcanist Magic Aura going on that book as soon as you can. Actually, that book has been in her possession while she was in Detect Magic before. Is it already warded against that, or does it ping Illusion Magic?
Let's see. It does proc illusion magic, yes.
Noted. I have to get my Magic Aura going on that.
Alright, does... Oh shit, I've forgotten.
Also, no, Tristo Erden was never a Demon Lord.
Fuck, what was I gonna ask?
Oh, But yes, you don't recognize this book at all.
No.
Okay. So she didn't get it from here. We know that now. Were there any books of this kind that were signed only by... Fuck, I forgot the fucking guy's name again. Why won't my brain remember that?
Alistair Blackcloak?
Yes, thank you. Signed by Blackcloak and Volo himself.
Let's see. Not that I really remember, no.
Fair enough.
I apologize. I don't really involve myself in the auctions. I just make sure there's nothing dangerous and there's nothing illegal. And you would need to speak with the organizers about that.
Right. And which Volo book is it exactly? It's not like we ever confirmed that. Is it the Guide to All Things, or?
We
I
knew, but
think it was, yes.
Okay. So yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah, I'm actually writing it the fuck down this time to make absolutely sure. Because I know Lariel Silverhand was in there, or not Lariel, it was Black Cloak, Volo, Elminster was in there. The other one was Silverhands in there?
Hang on, I'm going back and double checking.
Yeah, I'm like making sure I have this all written out properly, because damn, did I forget all these times in a row, and I'm sure I have it written somewhere else as well, but I've forgotten.
here we go. I have it written. Volo's
Volo,
magical.
Volo, Dristo, Arden, Halister, Blackcloak, Laeral, Silverhand, Elminster, Amar, and Tessarl Winter.
Okay. Thank you. I'm just gonna add that right here in my actual Volo book collection location instead of separated somewhere else where I won't fucking look for it, right? Okay, that's like 30 cherry pits. I should stop eating these things. But they're so good.
Well, I definitely had a question, but I can't remember it. Anyone else got anything?
So it's just one of the places we know they frequented, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was like one of the 4 places on the list. They could have gone to other places, but like these were the only ones that were like particularly recent or or like particularly frequent and things like that.
Do you have any upcoming auctions or book sales?
We have, well, as I said, we have the one the day after tomorrow that is an auction of paintings. As for book sales, let's see. We'll like look through some papers. As for book sales, there is there is a charity auction for children's books in about a week.
A charity auction to raise money to buy books for children, or an auction to buy children's books?
Let's see.
That's a very good question.
The auction is to purchase books for children.
What you got in the auction? I see a docket for it. A listing.
Yes, you may. Should like show you. It's actually it's not like individual books. It's like basically bulk packages for like schools in the area. Let's see, there is like there's like the basic ones like like smaller dictionaries. There are ones which are kind of like uh picture books. There are ones that talk about like, oh yeah, this, like these are some of like the like be careful because this is some of the stuff you might accidentally run into and Waterdeep, and you know you don't want to get bit by a rat that's larger than you.
Ooh.
There's also like beginner like magic books, like this is how you would like start to learn, like books on how to start learning magic.
Hmm. Oh, hey, I know this one. This one uses actual excerpts from the Nether Scrolls. I'll often do that anymore.
She'll like smile at you and say, "Are you interested in attending?"
Nah, I don't want any of these books.
No. The books are. You aren't purchasing the books. You're buying the books to be given to children.
I know what I said.
Does anyone else have
Very
any
well.
questions?
Not particularly, no.
I think that's everything, guys.
Alright, on to the next place. Thank you for your help.
They like nod to you and say, "Well, if you ever need a quiet place to study, you're more than welcome to stay here."
Sure, Page Turner's getting annoyed at me sitting at his desk, so I probably might take you up on that.
It is quite a way, though.
Then I don't think he'll let me bring his spellbook here.
Also that.
Page Turner, why won't you let me take your spellbook halfway across the city? Don't you trust me?
You can come with if you want.
What do you mean you have a store to handle? That sounds like a skill issue to me.
If you were a real wizard, you'd have simulacrums for that bitch work.
Troll can attest to it. Where like I make the skill issue joke in the other off-run group to one of the guys named Brooke, and like every time it's funny because he's like, "Oh fuck you," because it catches him off guard every single time.
Maybe it's a skill issue. But, yeah, I really should have brought up the signed book at the last place, but maybe we'll get lucky at this one, not have to run all the way back there and ask them.
Well, we do have to go back to the collection auction house anyway at 1 o'clock. To talk to the guy who sold the vase.
I meant the Tomb of Tomes.
It's right next door.
True. Fair enough. I'm just
if there was
lazy.
one we had to revisit, it's not the worst. Alright. Onwards to Everd's bookstore.
Wait, Evard. Maker of Black Tentacles? Oh, wait,
I don't think that's spelled like that.
Yeah, it's spelled different. You're right. But you know, if he wasn't dead, I'd believe it.
And yeah, as you guys travel down the road, can I get a D20 from Comical?
Comical.
Yeah, comical D20.
Uh-oh.
Comical.
Uh-oh.
Dad,
What's
Comical.
D20?
because
Comical.
he's going back. He's
Comical.
Comical.
no comical left.
Shit.
Oh, he like went to
No,
bed.
he's
Oh,
here.
he is there. Oh, shit. Oops.
No, he's here. He's here, everyone.
False alarm. Comical is in fact present.
Comical is not in fact dead.
Shit, dog.
Comical has not been.
Oh no. There's no information on Avard.
Everard?
Wait, maybe?
Were you spelling it wrong?
Ah, found not in the Forgotten Realms wiki, but in another one, in the Greyhawk Fanon wiki. Well, that's Fanon.
Neat.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll trust that. Anyway, go on.
Let's see.
Oh no.
No!
Oh no. Comical, no!
Alright, I guess, a hex, would you kindly roll me a d20?
No, it's not bad.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Let's see. Ivory, would you kindly roll me a d20?
Multiple
You-
d20s. What could this possibly mean?
Oh, good lord.
Love that.
Oof.
Gotta say, I don't like that answer.
Alrighty then. Let's see. You guys are Grappling.
Yeah, there's
When-
no fucking documentation on Avard.
Weird.
You know, as an Archmage, he might still be out there.
Okay. So yeah. Everyone with a. So yeah, everyone here. I was gonna say everyone with a passive perception of 13 or higher, but that's everyone. Wow, you all have rather decent passive perception, actually.
It's useful.
Will you'll hear rumors about a ghost in the city of the dead. It is a child who appears to be searching for their mother.
Okay, I'll add it to the list.
Oh, it's been a while since I've been down to the bottom of my list.
But other than that, yeah, you guys will make it to Everard's bookstore. It is a much smaller establishment, basically just a circular room with like circular 15-foot tall, 15-foot wide circular room bookshelves around it with the desk in the middle. There is like the rolling ladder that goes like full 360 around the room.
Oh, I love these things.
Fun.
Fell and broke my
But
maybe not my leg.
Helen broke someone else's
Right.
leg. Thank God they were there to catch me.
I fell and broke someone else's leg on one of these things once.
so I yelled, "Someone fat got in my way," and said this skinny prick did. So he like broke his ankle. It was after I fell. I just decided to.
I fell, I was fine, but they didn't catch me, so I broke their leg.
The joke being that
I
Raphael fell off the
I
ladder.
gave very specific instructions for a fat guy to catch me, and this skinny asshole decided, "Oh, I know better than his license."
Wow. Such a foolish venture. To think you know better than me.
Is Avad here? In his
Let's
bookshop?
see.
Is Avard
bookstore.
here to teach me about his tentacles?
Is Everd here? No.
There's just
Is
a
Yvard.
the
very
person at the desk
increasingly
is just a-
tired looking man.
just the person at the desk is just a tentacle.
Oh,
There's like no.
It has a hat and a bow tie on.
All of the people who are working here are it's not actually people. They're all just tentacles with hats and bow ties.
They've all got like glasses on, too.
He's a tentacle
There's
shaped
no-
Some of them have like a fake goatee.
Yeah, they have facial
There's
hair.
like no. There's no like eyes or mouths or anything. They're just tentacles.
He's like got this going on here. Let me
Let's see. I believe it is getting to be about 12:15.
there we go. It's
About Sorry, give me
After
a
this,
second.
we should get back then, I suppose.
so it's I put over next to Bunny outfit Groucho Marx last. This is what we see.
No, he has a hat.
You're right. Give
Nice.
me a second.
Just a small hat. I like that Taylor Swift fan. Woman hides identity because she called in sick to work.
No, tiny.
Oh.
Oh, I
Tiny
love
hat.
that
Tiny
one.
hat?
Yeah, look, see how tiny my hat is?
We did both go with rather similar styles of hat.
True, we were both going for bowler hat, except mine looks worse. Draw a tiny bowler hat, I can't be fucking asked.
Zoom in.
No.
Tell you what, actually, I'm going to tilt it that way.
Anywho.
Yeah.
So yeah. It is a like funny enough, as Freaky said, rather tired looking man. He's very just sitting at he's just standing at like this very circular he is sitting at this like circular desk very clearly where the register and stuff is, but yes. Oh no, Dirk. Good night, Troll. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
No!
Good night.
No.
Troll had nothing to do with this session. I feel so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sunglasses over the fucking towel.
I think that's to help keep it in place.
I'm sure, but it's just such a wonderful touch. This is cousin It's
Uh-huh.
like pastel sister.
I was literally just thinking about Cousin It.
Anyway.
So yes. Everybody. This is very tired looking older gentleman. He's got the like full on dad bod. He's got he is human, like salt and pepper hair,
Is
cropped
this
about like medium length, and he's got like his hair reaches like his shoulders. He's got
Hello, it is
very
good.
notable like 5 o'clock shadow.
Hello, it is very good to meet you. I am Doran Galeston.
I hadn't even thought about that. That's funny.
Yeah, this is like after adventuring. He's let himself go. He's got the wife and kids. His son is currently off fighting a bunch of fucking undead in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know why. I just looked over and saw the hat on top of Blast's horn, on top of Blast's bunny ears, and that's just making me giggle. Just like I'm now imagining Vegeta like on top of like the dumbass hair.
There we go. Bowler hat's done too.
Perfect.
God, Vegeta's hair.
It's its own entity. It's like there's still Jesse's
Idiot.
hair, which works like Mickey Mouse's ears.
Vegeta would be like 1.5 feet shorter if he didn't have his hair.
Yes.
Anywho.
So hey, Avard. You're Avard, right? You look like an Avard.
No, my name is not a.
Oh, I see.
Chelsea has the
Yeah. You understand.
My name is Francis.
Well, Francis, that's kind of a stupid name. How are you doing today?
And I had worse than
You
I
know,
was
like-
about 30 seconds ago. Can I help you?
Step up. Honestly, I don't know why his license is talking here.
She literally
Step
walked
up,
over, hunched over,
hand.
laid her arm flat on the counter, and like got on eye level with him.
Step up, a hand on shoulder, steers to the side, takes his license place.
Hey, I'm
Sort of like,
schmoozing
sorry about
here.
her. Just like, sorry about her. We're doing a bit of an investigation. Wondering if you could answer some questions for us.
Roll a persuasion check, please.
He's licensed if you fuck this for us.
I've already fucked it for you. I fuck everything. Don't you know that?
Oh, now on. Do I don't have any inspiration. I didn't use it anyway.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's regarding those recent deaths in the ward.
You see, he like looks kind of like really annoyed as he just. Yes. Sorry about this.
Sorry, what was that?
He says he just very notably grumbles and he's like, how many assholes are gonna ask me about this? All right.
Oh,
I'm curious how many people found out about this.
I mean, well, you were told by Rotha's landlord that at least 3 other groups have been there before you.
Well, yeah, but they didn't find the list of books. The list of auctions.
Yeah, but the body was found nearby here, so like it would probably make sense to ask, like see if anyway.
All right. Do you do auctions here?
We on occasion, yes, but we're not really. We're a very small establishment, not really suited for it, so it's usually just a special occasion or when we need money.
All right. His lesson. Do you recognize any of these individuals? Blah, 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 blah.
Wah.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Wah.
No, 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 no,
Wah.
no, 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 no.
Slicin is weaving such illusions right now.
Illusions such as.
Your mother.
He'll
Your mother actual
You're like-
weight.
he'll like glance towards them, like look towards you, and he just goes, "No."
Your mama's so fat I can't fit her in a major image. But
All right. Do you know the name Ratha Quirin?
that joke hurt more in older editions when it would extend each level.
Let's see if he does remember the name. I just glanced back over that, and all I can think of is back when Pokemon was actually animated well. Like, holy shit,
Yeah.
later seasons look terrible.
Yeah.
But
Whoa.
You need to make Ash
Whoa,
more
whoa,
rounded so
whoa.
that we can autofill most of his line art.
need to make everything more, anyways.
Did you not wonder why a bunch of anime started becoming more and more rounded recently in the last, like, 6 years? Yeah, it's because they developed tools that let them auto-finish lines and shit with that. Anyway.
Anyways, so yes, he'll like look. Yes, he'll like think about it, and he goes, yeah. I remember Ratha. We had a
The illusion is now shifted to be only Ratha.
What was this guy's name again? Sorry.
he hasn't told you his name.
Didn't he tell you
Oh,
guys
yes, he
when she
did.
made fun of him?
Yes, his name is Francis.
Francis.
He got Ajax from the dish soap.
What?
The bad guy in the first Deadpool movie, he was called Ajax, but his actual name was Francis.
Oh,
And
right.
Deadpool made fun of him for it because he's like he got Ajax from the dish soap.
Dang. That's rough.
Alright, so we're
When it was
thinking-
actually supposed to be like this legendary Greek warrior who was like
General,
almost
yeah.
unkillable.
General, but yeah. But, or, no, yeah, no. I don't know. I don't fucking want to think right now. Like that.
But yes.
He knew Ratha? Vaguely?
Yes, he did in fact know Ratha, as he he says, yeah, she was pretty frequent here.
Was she being followed by a halfling man? Or accompanied by? About this tall?
Sometimes, but not always.
Mhm. What did their
Alright, do
relation?
you know... No, no,
What?
here you go.
What did their relationship seem to be?
Creepy.
Creepy.
Fair enough.
How so?
We don't need to get into that.
We
well,
actually do. This is actually useful information.
Kind of know what he's like, though.
We do, but we don't exactly know what her reaction to it was. We don't know if it was tolerance, or if she was leading him on, or if things were becoming strained. Like,
Yeah, I suppose.
yeah, there's still something to be said about, like, if I can't have her, no one can. At this time.
Yeah, that is true.
Gotta silence the witnesses.
Let's see.
And then getting killed himself. Because the people he hired are psychos.
He did disappear first and was found last.
Yeah. So they killed him first, and then everyone who was on the... And then the target, and then everyone else. I don't know, it's...
But yeah, he'll, like, kind of look towards his license, like he's really not interested in talking to his license. You can tell he's, like, losing interest in this conversation.
Yeah. That Nat 1 persuasion shot right to his license. She lightning rodded it.
He's just like, just... Guy was obsessed with her. She was, like, treating him like a pet or something. I don't fucking know. Just weird.
Interesting. Any signs of strained or argumentative behavior, or complete just dog following, not a care in the world?
Like, seemed expectant about something, but other than that...
Fair enough. Okay, let's go
on. Do you know Lied Samortown, Genasi book collector?
Yeah. She comes in here a lot.
Alright.
Don't know why. We almost never... She's only ever bought, like, 1 or 2 books from this place. We don't have what she wants most of the time.
Did she have any kind of relationship with Ratha?
I don't fucking know.
Well, she didn't seem antagonistic towards her. She didn't seem friendly. Didn't talk to her.
I've never seen the two of them together.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
My god, they were the same person the whole time.
She outbid herself on multiple occasions over the course of 2 years.
Think really hard about it, guys. Have you ever seen me slice and Mercer and Lyle in the same room at the same time?
Alright.
Trust no one, not even yourself.
Is that about it?
That fucking meme of the kid holding a gun to his own head is funny.
Do you...
Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, God.
Do you have a list of the things that she bought? Oh, when was the last auction that she attended on the list?
About a month ago.
Is there another one coming up?
Not that I'm aware of.
Alright. Yeah, do you have a list?
Like I said, we don't really do them very often.
Oh, fair enough. Do you have a list of the things that she bought from them?
No. Sorry.
Oh, that's all good. Alright. Do we have anything else, guys?
Nothing I can think of that pertains to the investigation.
Alright. Ms. Dyson, do you want to have a look around here as well?
That is exactly what I want to do, yes.
Alright, looks like you might have yourself a customer. Thank you for your time, Francis.
He like rolls his eyes. He just like, hooray.
So do you actually have a manifest of this place, or am I gonna have to search it head to toe?
There's a system. There's a catalog system of he'll like hand you he'll like show you a book on the counter where it's like, yeah, just look through this and it'll tell you what titles there are and what section it's in.
What? The fact that you didn't send me on a wild goose chase? I'm gonna annoy you at least 3 fewer times than I would have before.
Such magnanimity. I don't understand how to contemplate my joy.
You can think about it with the peace and quiet you're gonna have for just a little bit longer.
Ivory leans to Akalos and is just like, I don't know how to feel about this interaction. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It's almost like I'm looking at the same person. Almost.
Come on, Ivory, let's go. We got work to do.
Okay.
You've been voluntold.
There's just a sigh, and she'll follow.
Well, they got William any books on that shadow magic-y goodness?
Like this is a like very notably basic bookstore.
Yeah, I thought as
Basic
well.
ass bookstore.
Yeah, this is like basically you could find like the books in this place and basically any other bookstore you could probably find in the city. What the fucking thing? Oh, I think there's lightning outside.
That happens.
Oh no!
Yeah, I just saw like this. I saw something on the corner of my eye. What the fuck was that? It was lightning. But
Hey Ivory, watch this. Eliza's gonna like turn to a random page in the catalog, scan her eyes down it in like 12 seconds, and then close it, but like keep that page marked and be like, alright, they have exactly 6 books made by the same author whose name is Delrind Rend. The first book starts with an R, the last book starts with an S. The first letter of every single book spells the words Year Max. Enjoy.
Ivory just like watches the sheet and gives just Lyson this look.
She's completely wrong.
Really?
And it actually says wasted time.
Alright, what are you looking for? The sooner we figure it out, the sooner we can get back to what we're supposed to be doing.
I don't have anything. I actually finished looking about a minute ago.
Okay.
Well, let's go.
Did you need to speak to me, or? And she's just kind of like doubling back to go to like kind of glancing at where they left Akalos, presumably.
No, just wanted to see what it felt like to spend a little time with you. About the same as anyone else.
I see. I mean, frankly, I'm more worried at the moment. I'm a little more concerned about getting this done so I can focus on my own endeavors. Sooner the better.
I'm concerned of so many
I'm sure you
things
understand.
right now that I'm trying so hard not to think about.
Does this have to do with the unfortunate
Yes.
conversation we had earlier, or are these... Okay, alright.
And yes.
I forgot about his
Well-
licensed existential crisis.
Yes, she's trying very hard not to think about it right now.
Well, can't say I can offer any consolation, but you know, if you are looking for answers, it's like I said, the sooner we figure this all out, the sooner we can get to figuring that out. If that's something that interests you.
You turn to look back at Ace-Lyson directly. She's no longer there. She's staying with the group. Come on, Ivory, what's taking so long?
Kalos is like leaning against the desk. He hasn't moved. He's just looking at his book. He's just like
There's
reading
just-
his notebook with his glasses on.
There's like almost a laugh from Ivory, but like not quite, and she just kind of sighs and very quickly follows suit.
She's just... Well, let's see. You know, I forgot to roll to see how effectively Ace-Lyson scampered off when you weren't looking. Not very effectively. You heard her run off and kind of like saw
You
her
hear
turn
her.
to face you again.
You hear her whisper,
You hear her making this skittering noise with her mouth.
Maybe not making the sound effect would make that a little more
It's-
effective.
I feel like Ace-Lyson is the type of person when she was a kid, she would just lay face down on the floor, just hitting the door stopper, just.
Lord Zornlail definitely was. Ace-Lyson just suddenly looks directly at the camera, speaking to the DM, and says, I was never a child.
When that one study said that 97 point whatever people started off as babies, Ace-Lyson was included in the 3% that weren't.
It's true.
Every single person who has ever breathed oxygen has died.
Dun dun.
Coincidence? Maybe.
Oxygen is the most deadly poison on Earth.
correlation equals causation.
You know, they actually think that oxygen is actually like kind of poisonous to humans.
Well,
like there's a study where it's like the reason why antioxidants are so important is like people are just very, very slowly catching on fire.
That's
like
that's not like some newly discovered thing. That's just how fucking, what is it, biochemistry works.
Anyways,
that's what we're supposed to do.
misfolded protein. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, no.
Anyways.
I mean, it technically is pretty
So-
nice, but not those kind.
So yes, you guys are have just like done your business. Are you heading back to I think the other two stores?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we have to. We kind of got it.
We have to.
Hey, Ivory, what size do you wear?
Hey Ivory, what size skin are you?
Yeah, what size skin are you, Ivory?
Good question. I've never thought to consider that before, frankly.
When's the last time you
It's never
measured
come
your
up in
skin?
discussion.
I mean, it's got to be
are all
smaller
these-
now.
Anyway.
Well, I would argue that it's not as if it burned like entirely all the way through in some spots. So if I was to give an estimate, I would have to figure out which parts of my skin actually have somewhat remained as opposed to simply being charred away. And that might take a little while.
So you can
Anyways, I can't say that I've ever...
Go ahead.
I can't say I've ever sat down and measured my skin before, but I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't be a terribly difficult task, just time consuming.
Yeah. You're gonna get that fixed, by the way. You're looking real gooey on one side.
Yeah. But once this is over, I'll change them over.
I meant more just
It's
getting your
mumbling
face
about-
fixed completely.
Look, if I could figure out someone or some time that would allow me to do that while still being on the job, then I would do it. Also, the money. I'm not willing to think about that right now.
True.
You know what? Let's just move on.
So which are you going back to first? Tomb of Tomes or the Collection House?
Well, what time
I think
is
we
it?
have to. Yeah, what time is it?
It's about
Time to get up there.
by the time you leave Everett's bookstore, I think it'd be about 12:30.
I think
So yeah, we're going to the collection auction house, because how long will it take us to get back up there?
Let's see.
It's a similar time frame no matter what, but we'll be faster getting home or wherever after that, depending on if we're going back.
Well, no, so we have to be there. We have to be at the collection at 1 to meet the guy.
Yeah, and we do have to stop at the yawning portal to say, "Polo, why weren't you here this morning?"
Yeah,
Don't
so
you
we've got
like
about
us?
1,800 feet to go. I guess we could get a we could get a cart.
All right. So are you getting like a card, or are you guys walking? Like what be?
I've been fucking marking off fucking coppers this whole damn time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're. I will pitch into the communal assistance of paying for the carts.
It's 1 copper. I don't think we can all pitch it.
That's a copper.
I know. No, I just mean that I will pay
Yeah.
it. I will pay it every now and then, because I think
It is 1
I
copper
may be
per
incorrect about
person,
this.
so
You can
Yeah,
pitch
so,
into your
okay,
share
that makes sense.
of the copper.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
you could pay the
What?
copper that you owe the person.
What? Nah. Why would I do
Yeah.
that? Nah.
What? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, if I
Tax evasion.
No, I don't like taxes. But
Well, wouldn't that mean that you're pro tax evasion?
Taxation is theft, and I stole that money first. Damn it!
I refuse to confirm nor deny anything.
That's one of my favorite parts of the tax code, which is like you must include all money, even if gotten from illegal means, which is how they fucking got Al Capone.
Do they arrest? I assume they just arrest you if you put down the illegal money. Yeah.
No,
I
it's
think you're protected, actually.
Yeah, he wasn't putting it down. That's why he got arrested. They couldn't have got him
Yeah,
if
he
put it down.
they busted him for fucking tax evasion.
Yeah.
The biggest mobster in American history, and he fucking got for tax evasion. The IRS don't fuck around.
Listen, they have a fucking deranged military that spends $50,000 on a $500 chair to deal with.
That's something I absolutely love about the SCP Foundation, is that the United States IRS is like one of the most powerful like groups of interest in the world.
Damn you, IRS.
Anywho, so yes,
Anywho.
as you guys are traveling, you'll actually, let's see a crowd as you come over here.
Oh no, people.
Actually, yes. As you come up to here, there is a crowd of people on Black Star Lane. They seem to be crowding around something. Which, if anyone is interested, you can go ahead and roll a perception check as you trundle on past.
Driver, hold up a moment. I wish to look out the window.
Cartman, I'd like your most powerful seat in the cart.
only the strongest of asses can handle my most powerful seat. I'll have you know that my ass is immensely powerful.
Yes. Don't you see that I can stab you with my hips, considering how bony it is?
My ass can sway royalty.
Anyways,
It has.
Yeah.
I have some doubts about that.
The thing is, it actually has, because Raynar is royalty, technically.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. I don't know how much Ivory knows about that though.
So yes, Ivory and Isleisen would both note. The crowd appears to be gathered around a statue. Ivory, you'd be able to tell, like with a 25, like that's a very realistic statue. Like really, really realistic. Like disturbingly so realistic.
Oh.
I don't know how I feel about that. That is a extremely realistic statue, and it's I don't normally say that free things freaks me out a little bit, but
Is it a bald man with a hamster?
No.
Is it a
I feel like that's a reference.
It is, yeah. And we're also in the wrong city for that.
To answer that question, no, it is not.
It better not be, because we're not.
What does it look like? What does this? What does this look like? What is this individual? This oddly realistic statue.
This hyper realistic.
Has Bolo been petrified and slapped as a statue in town? Like, is that what's going on here?
Again, mind you.
Again.
You would note that the statue appears to be that of a dragonborn woman.
Okay, it wasn't paged her, thank God.
You would be able to note that the head appears to have been removed from the statue and placed on a windowsill nearby. And Ivory, with your perception check of 25, for whatever reason, whoever made this statue, like there is a look of absolute horror on this statue's face.
I'm getting the feeling this isn't a statue, guys. I don't quite know where that's coming from, but
okay, driver. Can you hang out for like 30 minutes? Or you know what? We'll get a new one.
We'll get a new one. We'll get a new one. I want to take a look at this.
This is important. Because if this is what I think it is, this is a problem for us. William.
Yes.
Alright, everyone. Force Gray, coming through. Step aside. Wizard investigating.
A few people will like basically immediately like nod and like, oh yeah, actually, okay. Some people don't know what you're talking about, but like when you are like wizard investigator, like some people will like, oh shit, I don't want to fuck around with wizards. But yeah, roll a persuasion check, please.
My most powerful move.
Isleisen is not the most, I'm gonna say, like her manner of speech is not the most authoritative, but like the combination of Force Gray, like the weirdness of the statue, you being like, oh yeah, I'm a wizard and I need to investigate something. Most people are just like, ah, shit, okay. And yeah, they'll just kind of clear out, or just get like slightly further away.
Presses
but yeah,
imaginary
you have
air horn. No. No. Yeah. I forgot.
But yes,
This was us when we noticed the statue.
Damn it.
But all right. So many.
But yeah, now instead of like some
He's
people like
putting up like a police barrier with an illusion cantrip.
But yeah, now instead of people like poking the statue, like holy shit, this thing got like texture. Like how the fuck did they carve like the clothing onto this thing?
Is this what I
Have you
think
seen
it
anyone
is,
be fucking
William?
petrified?
Roll an Arcana check.
Okay. 13?
Well, with a 13, like
Note
plus,
that.
yeah, you know.
Note the 7th level spell isn't the only way. There's also like a CR 1 or 2 monster that does this.
Yeah.
I feel like as an adventurer, I would recognize petrification, or like not recognize petrification, but I have an idea that's a thing that can happen.
Yeah, you'd have probably
Like,
heard
it's very
about.
possible.
You'd have probably heard
what the
about
fuck's done this, but
yeah, you'd have probably heard of like people turning to stone. Like, I think like a lot of like the more powerful like deities or deity like beings could just turn people into other things if they want to.
Yeah.
I worked for
like
an Archfey for over a year, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like you've
seen
probably seen Titania turn people into random shit before.
Not the Archfey I worked for, but yeah.
Yeah.
The Queen of Ice and Darkness.
Or I've also worked for a different one.
You're working for Teal.
No.
Oh, God.
Go bring us something
but
else.
anyways, but yes, yeah, you just don't really connect it immediately. Like it's something you've heard of before. You just don't really think about it at the moment. It's just like, wow, this statue is really fucking weird. But yeah, as I said, like you think of like Occam's razor would say, yeah, this is a person who's been petrified by something, like with the look of horror on their face, probably maybe a basilisk or there's other things, but you can't really think of at the moment.
Yeah.
But there could also just be like a really, really good statue. Like you've heard of a spell called Fabricate.
Yeah.
Which could do something like this.
Alright, I know what to do. Well, I bought the pearl. She's gonna cast it. It's gonna take a minute.
Ooh. That's
do,
crazy.
Don't do the spell if you don't got the slots.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. As you cast the identify spell, you identify that yeah, they're under the petrification condition. Not the spell, but
oh shit. Okay, this is not a statue.
I'm sort of like looking at the head like, can that be fixed?
I might be able to, but okay, everyone, you're gonna need to clear out of here, keep your eyes towards your feet, and go tell the guards you found a petrified person with their head cut off.
Roll a persuasion check.
Makes a lot of sense.
Or intimidation if that's how you want to
Oh, you tempt me, William.
I mean, any persuasion check can be intimidation if like that's the route you're going.
I'm so scary today. 7.
Let's see.
I
With
feel
a 7, like again, like Islyson is not the most authoritative speaker. Like the way that she
With-
has no emotion in her voice, kind
with a
of
thin
like
elf.
yeah, that, like the fact that she's like she doesn't seem particularly bothered by what she's saying kind of leads everyone to think who doesn't know what petrification is to think, oh, okay, it might not be a serious thing. Like this is a she said the statue's a person, but that's weird. But yeah, they'll just kind of a few people will just kind of go off and like to go get the guard. Not a whole lot of people will like take your advice. Like the fact that you were like, oh yeah, I'm a wizard and I cast it. They just watched you cast a spell is doing more for like
Credibility.
having them.
Do
Yes,
we
doing more than
see?
my
Are there? Do
words
we
ever
see any
did.
guard nearby? Do we see any guard nearby, like at all, or is it this generally devoid of guard occupancy?
You'd probably see one like pretty easily, just down the road a little bit.
Just
Like
imagining
a
he's
few down the road a little bit.
creating this big it was like this, I guess, 5-foot cube, just like big arrow, 30 foot in the edge, pointing down, like, guards, please.
Guards here. Dink, dink, dink. It's like neon lights.
I'm gonna if they're not too far, I'm gonna go find one.
Okay, yeah,
Double back
that's
pretty quickly.
It's like got the strip
That's-
club like woman with the leg going up and down bit happening.
Oh,
On the neon
God.
sign.
The like
Guards.
sign where
Anyway.
it's just like the leg animatronic and everything else is.
And it's just Islyson fully clothed.
Anyways.
Excuse me.
Yes. What do you need? Can I help you?
My apologies, but just down over there, an acquaintance of mine
We're not
has
friends.
we believe that we may have figured out that there may be a petrified person in the middle of the street at the moment with their head removed, and I believe it requires guard attention.
One of the guards doesn't seem to like register the word petrification, but the other one most certainly does. He's like, oh shit, okay.
Man, Achilles. Ivory's so trustworthy and good at her job.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Islyson only says this when you're
100%.
not around.
Ever reliable.
All right,
But,
I lead
yeah.
him back.
Man, I hope she doesn't
yeah.
pull the same shit you pulled, or else I'd have to abandon this whole group.
We own the same building, Islyson.
I know.
I think we're kind of stuck together.
No, we're not. I've left things behind before. Oh, hey, Ivory.
Oh, good lord.
I hope I wasn't hearing you talk shit. That was all completely a joke on her end.
I was, in fact, talking
Better not
shit.
be talking shit.
I was talking
I
shit.
was
It's my
talking-
first language.
I was
Honestly,
talking
I'm not
mad
surprised.
shit.
I will have you know talking shit is my first language, Ivory.
It's my love language. Because I love myself.
It's true. Every night
Anyways.
at approximately 9 p.m.
Oh god. Anyways. Anywho.
Unless I have
So,
company.
So yes, as you are, you talk to the you bring the guards over. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. It like look over the statue and interact with it. They'll call another guard.
Yeah.
They'll say like, yes. After about like 5 minutes, a guard wearing a robe will appear and let's see.
I've already run an identify. I might be able to repair it, but I don't know if that'll actually help.
He'll nod to you, but just cast it to double check, and they'll tell you, you can leave this to us. We'll take care of it.
Well, if any bounties or anything come up, make sure you let us know first. You can send the letter to Troll Skull Manor. Walk it off.
We won't do that, but
Then you're not my friend. My mama said guards were friends, but that's not very friend-like of you.
I like that, like the thought of like is Lyson using them as like her personal like job recruitment station, where it's like, yeah, we just put the post out. We don't send it like a job to a particular person.
Come on.
Anyway,
I don't have to be the only one. Just send it to me first.
they send it to you first by like 2 seconds.
Completely acceptable.
Hmm.
I wasn't even gonna look at it until the end of the day
Anyway, yeah, they'll like let you know. Yeah, just send yeah, that we're gonna go ahead and take care of this. You go about what you were doing. Thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Yeah. Cart!
Yes. As you you'll get another cart.
Man, that was spooky. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
You know, the only thing worse than mind flayers is things that can petrify you to me. At least with the mind flayer, you're like dead. Because, you know, then you get like the afterlife and all that. There's actually something going on. Like petrification, it's almost like going to sleep, but when you do wake up, you either die instantly or it's been like 1,000 years. You can ask Volo, he knows. He lost like a couple of hundred that way. He lost everyone he ever knew and loved except Elminster.
Anyways, so yeah, you guys will make it back to the auction house. A little early. You'll make it at around like 12:50 or 12:55 or something of that nature. And that's where we're gonna go ahead and end the session.
Hot diggity ran damn. Hey, Sir Sabri Rickard II.
Sadly, Rickard, I like that.
Just saw that there in my chat just now. I haven't checked in a while because people don't usually watch these. Also, he said, hey, D&D fiends. I do indeed prefer fiends of the lawful evil variety, yes.
Fiend.
Yes.
Love fiends of the lawful variety.
Yes, fiends
Lawful
of
evil,
the...
my go.
The fiends of the lawful evil variety, the best kind. They're the most fun.
I like Yugoloths, personally.
Nah. I say as I'm playing as Lyson, the character I built to interact more with demons than Yugoloths.
I do like I do like this group, like the people on this server, because like just the graffiti is funny to me.
Fucking love
I'm
graffiti.
going to miss our various hatted individuals.
Yeah, I will too. Shut the fuck
What's
up.
happening?
Sorry,
The fuck what?
an ad played, don't worry about it. They wanted to tell me about fiber internet, and I wanted to tell them how badly I want to bend them over something and ram a barbed wire wrap baseball bat up their ass. Anyway.
That's like
I wish next week I'm not there.
I live in Pennsylvania, and for some reason, like, you know how like YouTube does like double ads?
Yeah.
Like lately, I've just been getting double ads of like the same thing. It's just the same like campaign commercial twice.
Ugh. I forgot that. Yeah, we have to put Volo in parentheses always. He's not Volo, he's Volo.
Because of like the Doctor Evil shit, yeah.
Exactly. He air quotes every time
Volo.
he says his own name.
For no reason other than messing with me.
Yeah, he only does it when he says Volo. If he says Volothamp Gadarm, he does not do it.
Oh, because Volo isn't actually his name. His name is actually Volo.
Yeah. He's Volothamp, quote, Volo, end quote, Gadarm. So he includes the quotes whenever he calls himself Volo. Because that's part of it. It's like a pimp name.
Oh, God.
It's very important. Very Volo thing to do. But only for a couple of months at a time. He like stops doing it randomly when he goes to new places. And picks it up again later. So that, you know, rumors spread, but not everyone believes them. Makes it more interesting. Makes his books sell better.
Like he's got the one book signed, instead of signed like by Volo Femkadarm, it's by Volo.
Volo
like in quotes.
Yeah.
Like it's not one like book, like Volo's Guide to Everything or no, it's a single published book. Like it's not like one series of books, it's just a single book. Like
You know what? I'm gonna roll 2d20s. This is gonna be a canon event because it's something I was sitting on for a while, thinking about all day today. I'm gonna roll 2d20s. The first one will be a starting number, the second one will be, you know, a minus. If the number is not 0 or less, that's how many books Lesser-Mael has written.
okay.
Lesser-Mael has written no books, or published no books. That silly plot device is now gone for the sake of jokes.
Fair enough.
Oh well, I've got like too many characters that are writers anyway. There's only 2 of them that, or no, Cedric did some writing as well, but his are very dry, boring, arcane formula tomes for abjurations.
I don't know why, I just imagine him like writing really terrible romance novels. Like
his life is a really
like the
terrible
same
romance novel.
Like the same
I'm
clinical
skedaddling.
attachment.
Good night, gamers.
Good night.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
I mean, there's Berlin Malgris. He writes like bondage erotica.
Oh god, is that your blood sorcerer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. You'd think his thing was like whips and knives, but no, it's rope, straps, and cuffs.
Oh god. Anyway, you guys have
Enjoy that thought for the rest of your lives. Bye!